Lao Tzu, a seminal figure in Chinese philosophy, is best known as the author of the Tao Te Ching and the founder of Taoism, a philosophy that advocates living in harmony with the Tao, or the fundamental nature of the universe. Lao Tzu's teachings emphasize simplicity, spontaneity, and humility, encouraging followers to embody wu-wei non-action, a concept that suggests action should be effortless and in alignment with the flow of the cosmos. His profound influence extends beyond philosophy into religion, culture, and the arts, making him a central figure in Chinese intellectual history. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. In the wisdom of the Tao, we perceive time not as a mere sequence, but as the essence of our inner experiences. The sage teaches, if you are depressed, you are living in the past, illuminating that sorrow is often born from clinging to what has already slipped away, to moments that are beyond our reach. This attachment to the past clouds our vision, preventing us from seeing the beauty and potential of the now. Conversely, if you are anxious, you are living in the future, speaks to the unease that arises when our minds wander into the realm of tomorrow, a land of uncertainty and endless possibilities. This forward-looking worry distracts us from the present, where our true power lies. Finally, if you are at peace, you are living in the present, encapsulates the Taoist ideal of harmony with the moment. It is in the present that we find tranquility, for it is the only realm in which we truly exist, can act, and find serenity. To live in the present is to embrace the flow of life, accepting its ebbs and flows with equanimity, thus embodying the wisdom of Lao Tzu in our daily lives. If you are alone for a long time, soon you will accept loneliness. You will never know your potential if you are afraid to be alone. In the solitude of our being, we encounter the depths of our own nature. If you are alone for a long time, soon you will accept loneliness. Speaks to the human capacity to adapt and find peace in solitude. This acceptance is not resignation, but an embrace of solitude as a state of being, where the noise of the external world fades and the inner voice becomes clear. It is in these moments of quietude that we are invited to reflect, to grow, and to understand ourselves more deeply. Conversely, you will never know your potential if you are afraid to be alone, illuminates the necessity of facing solitude to uncover the vastness of our capabilities. Fear of being alone often stems from the discomfort of confronting our true selves, yet it is precisely this confrontation that leads to self-discovery and the realization of our latent potential. Thus, Lao Tzu would counsel us to view solitude not as a void to be feared, but as a fertile ground for personal growth and self-realization, where the seeds of our true potential can be sown and nurtured. To lead people, follow them. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, to lead people, follow them, reveals a profound understanding of leadership grounded in humility and empathy. This paradoxical statement emphasizes that true leadership is not about imposing one's will or marching ahead alone, but about understanding and respecting the needs, aspirations, and journey of those one aims to lead. By following the people, a leader listens, learns, and acknowledges the collective wisdom of the group, thereby fostering a sense of mutual respect and cooperation. This approach cultivates a more harmonious and effective leadership style where the leader becomes a facilitator of growth rather than a dictator of direction. It's about guiding with a gentle hand, allowing the natural flow of ideas and energy within the group to direct the course, ensuring that the path forward is aligned with the collective vision and values of the people. In essence, to lead by following is to empower, to illuminate the way by walking alongside others, nurturing an environment where everyone feels valued and part of the journey. I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, and compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, the teaching, I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, and compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures, encapsulates a profound guidance for a fulfilling life. Simplicity urges us to strip away the unnecessary, to live with minimalism and focus on what truly matters, fostering a life of clarity and contentment. This virtue teaches us to appreciate the beauty in the ordinary, to reduce complexities, and to find peace in the essentials. Patience, the second treasure, cultivates the strength to endure life's challenges with grace. It teaches us to embrace the journey without succumbing to the frustrations of the moment, understanding that time reveals all outcomes. Through patience, we learn to navigate the flow of life with tranquility, awaiting the natural unfoldment of events. Lastly, compassion, the heart of Taoist teachings, calls us to extend kindness and understanding to all beings. It reminds us that in the interconnectedness of life, the act of compassion enriches not only others, but nourishes our own souls, knitting the fabric of the community with threads of empathy and love. Together, simplicity, patience, and compassion form the cornerstone of a wise and harmonious existence, guiding us towards inner peace and outward harmony with the world. What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. In this profound observation, Lao Tzu might elucidate that what the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly, to highlight the transformative power of perspective and the cyclical nature of existence. The caterpillar's end signifies a moment of profound transformation, a transition that appears as a finale from one viewpoint but is, in fact, the precursor to a new beginning. This phase, which the caterpillar might perceive as the culmination of its existence, is merely a stage in the broader process of metamorphosis leading to the emergence of a butterfly. This teaching illuminates the Taoist understanding of change as an intrinsic aspect of life, encouraging us to embrace the unknown and the potential for renewal inherent in every conclusion. It suggests that endings are not absolute, but are perspectives from which new beginnings are often invisible. The butterfly symbolizes liberation, beauty, and the transcendence over prior limitations, serving as a metaphor for the human capacity to undergo profound transformations and emerge anew. Through this wisdom, Lao Tzu invites us to reconsider our perceptions of endings, encouraging us to view them not as terminations, but as gateways to new states of being, reminding us of the perpetual possibility for growth and rebirth that lies within the cycles of nature and life. This teaching illuminates the Taoist understanding of change as an intrinsic aspect of life, encouraging us to embrace the unknown and the potential for renewal inherent in every conclusion. It suggests that endings are not absolute, but are perspectives from which new beginnings are often invisible. The butterfly symbolizes liberation, beauty, and the transcendence over prior limitations, serving as a metaphor for the human capacity to undergo profound transformations and emerge anew. Through this wisdom, Lao Tzu invites us to reconsider our perceptions of endings, encouraging us to view them not as terminations, but as gateways to new states of being, reminding us of the perpetual possibility for growth and rebirth that lies within the cycles of nature and life. He who is satisfied with his lot is rich. In the sage wisdom of Lao Tzu, the phrase, "he who is satisfied with his lot is rich," delves deep into the essence of contentment and the true nature of wealth. The notion of being satisfied with his lot speaks to a profound acceptance and appreciation of what one has in the present moment, irrespective of its magnitude by conventional standards. This satisfaction is not born of complacency, but of a deep-seated understanding that true abundance comes from within, from a state of inner peace and contentment with one's circumstances, achievements, and possessions, however modest they may be. The term rich here transcends the materialistic interpretation of wealth, pointing instead to a richness of spirit and a wealth of inner tranquility. It suggests that the richest individuals are not necessarily those with the most material possessions, but those who have cultivated a sense of contentment and gratitude for their life's journey. This wisdom encourages us to reevaluate our measures of success and wealth, guiding us towards an inner fulfillment that is independent of external validation or material accumulation. And 7. The wise man is one who knows what he does not know. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, the saying, The wise man is one who knows what he does not know, unveils the essence of true wisdom. This paradoxical statement highlights the virtue of humility in the perpetual quest for knowledge. The wise man refers to an individual who, despite his understanding and experience, recognizes the vastness of the unknown. This acknowledgement of ignorance is not a deficiency, but a strength. It is the driving force behind continuous learning and personal growth. Such a person is open to new ideas, willing to question and explore, and thus remains adaptable and evolving. This wisdom transcends mere acquisition of facts. It embodies a deeper, intuitive understanding of life's complexities and an acceptance of the limits of one's knowledge. In essence, it teaches that the foundation of wisdom is the awareness of our own limitations and the infinite potential for discovery that lies beyond them. Get rid of the desire to have. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, get rid of the desire to have serves as a profound directive towards achieving inner peace and harmony. This statement encourages us to confront and release the incessant longing for possessions and external validations that often entangle our spirits. The desire to have signifies the endless chase after material gains and societal accolades, which, though momentarily satisfying, can lead to a perpetual state of wanting and dissatisfaction. By advocating the removal of such desires, Lao Tzu guides us towards a path of simplicity and contentment, emphasizing the value of being over having. This liberation from materialistic cravings allows us to find fulfillment in the essence of our being and the richness of our experiences, rather than in the accumulation of possessions. Through this teaching, we are invited to cultivate a sense of gratitude for what we already possess and to seek joy in the simplicity and profundity of life itself, thereby fostering a deeper connection with the Tao or the Way. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, when I let go of what I am, I become what I might be, speaks to the liberating power of releasing our current selves to embrace our potential. The what I am symbolizes our present identity, shaped by past experiences, beliefs, and limitations. Clinging to this identity can confine us, preventing growth and exploration of new possibilities. The act of letting go is not about discarding our essence, but about releasing the rigid definitions and constraints we place upon ourselves. It's an invitation to transcend the known and venture into the uncharted territory of our being. The what I might be represents the boundless potential that unfolds when we are not tethered to a fixed sense of self. This teaching encourages us to embrace change, to be fluid and open to transformation. It is a reminder that in the fluidity of existence, our true potential is not a fixed point, but a horizon ever expanding as we dare to move beyond our current limitations. Soft and weak wins over hard and strong. In the flowing wisdom of Tao, the principle soft and weak wins over hard and strong unveils the paradoxical power of yielding and resilience over force and rigidity. This teaching, profound in its simplicity, elucidates that true strength does not reside in brute force, but in the gentle persistence and adaptable nature of softness. The softness, akin to water, illustrates how persistence and adaptability can overcome the rigid and unyielding. Water can shape stone not through force, but through its patient and persistent flow. The weak here does not imply a lack of strength, but an embracing of flexibility and the capacity to endure by bending rather than breaking. This wisdom counsels in life's adversities, being like water, flowing around obstacles, adapting to the shape of circumstances, and persisting gently over time, ultimately leads to triumph over what seems insurmountably hard and strong. Through this, Lao Tzu teaches the virtue of harnessing the inherent power of gentleness and resilience to navigate the complexities of existence. When true virtue is lost, good nature appears. When good nature is lost, justice appears. When justice is lost, decency appears. The rules of decency are only the semblance of truth in the beginning of all disorder. Lao Tzu's wisdom unfolds in layers, revealing the degradation of society's moral fabrics through this profound sequence. At its pinnacle, true virtue operates silently, guiding beings without the need for explicit acknowledgement. It's a state of harmony where actions are innately aligned with the Tao, the natural way. As this intrinsic alignment erodes, good nature becomes visible. A step removed from virtue, it denotes a conscious effort to be kind, signaling the start of disconnection from our natural goodness. Following this, justice emerges as a system to enforce what was once spontaneous, indicating a further departure from virtue. Justice, being an external imposition, suggests a significant loss of mutual trust and inherent goodness. Decency, the last vestige, is the thinnest facade of social harmony, a superficial adherence to norms devoid of genuine understanding or compassion. It marks the brink of societal chaos, where the absence of true virtue manifests as a reliance on external rules that mimic but cannot replicate the order and peace fostered by living in accordance with the Tao. Thus, Lao Tzu illustrates a progressive decline from an innate, unspoken truth to a reliance on artificial constructs, forewarning the onset of disorder. True words are not pleasant. Pleasant words are not true. In the tapestry of wisdom, Lao Tzu weaves, true words are not pleasant. Pleasant words are not true. Serves as a profound meditation on the nature of truth and comfort. This teaching invites us to confront the reality that truth, in its purest form, often carries the weight of discomfort, challenging our preconceptions and urging growth. It is a testament to the fact that genuine insight and honesty can disrupt the tranquility of ignorance or denial. Conversely, words designed solely to please are frequently devoid of substance, tailored to appease rather than enlighten. This dichotomy underscores the value of authenticity over superficiality, encouraging a pursuit of what is real rather than what is merely agreeable. It is a call to embrace the often unsettling journey of genuine understanding, recognizing that the path to wisdom is paved with truths that may initially disconcert, but ultimately liberate. Live for the praise of others, and you will become their prisoner. Embarking on a path guided solely by the pursuit of others' accolades ensnares the spirit, as Lao Tzu might counsel. Live for the praise of others, and you will become their prisoner. Serves as a profound admonition against anchoring one's worth and actions to the fleeting approval of the external world. The initial clause, live for the praise of others, highlights the peril of allowing external validation to dictate one's course, suggesting a relinquishment of personal autonomy and authentic desire. This reliance transforms into a metaphorical incarceration, as signified by, you will become their prisoner, illustrating how such dependency curtails freedom, compelling one to perform in a perpetual cycle of expectation and approval-seeking. This wisdom implores us to cultivate inner validation and live by our truths, thereby liberating ourselves from the confines of external judgment and living a life of true freedom and self-determination. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. In the profound wisdom of Tao, the adage, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, reveals the essence of all endeavors, teaching that great distances and ambitious goals are conquered not in one grand leap, but through the accumulation of small, deliberate actions. The 1,000 miles symbolize the vastness of any journey, be it personal transformation, a creative project, or a spiritual quest, emphasizing that its completion lies beyond the horizon of immediate perception. The single step signifies the initial act of courage and commitment, the essential starting point from which all progress emanates. It is a reminder that the grandeur of any journey is accessible to us all, provided we dare to begin. This wisdom teaches the importance of the present moment and the power inherent in taking the first action, however modest, towards realizing our visions and dreams. Through this, Lao Tzu guides us to embrace the journey of life with patience, perseverance, and faith in the unfolding path. There is nothing softer and more flexible than water, but try to resist it. Stimu. In the wisdom of Tao, water represents the ultimate paradox of strength and gentleness, teaching that true power lies in adaptability and resilience. There is nothing softer and more flexible than water, speaks to water's inherent quality of yieldingness, its capacity to flow around obstacles, adapt to any container, and embrace the path of least resistance. This softness and flexibility are not signs of weakness, but are the very sources of water's enduring strength and impact. The latter phrase, "but try to resist it," underscores the futility of opposing such a force. Despite its softness, water can carve through stone, alter landscapes, and overcome any barrier not through brute force, but through persistent, gentle pressure. This teaching illuminates the profound truth that the greatest strength often comes not from rigid force, but from the ability to adapt, persist, and overcome with quiet, relentless resilience. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. In the profound tapestry of existence, the ancient wisdom of Lao Tzu guides us to a fundamental truth. Our inner world shapes our outer reality. Watch your thoughts, for they become your words, illuminates the genesis of creation within the sanctum of our minds. Thoughts, the seeds of our consciousness, blossom into words, crafting the narrative of our lives. Watch your words, for they become your actions, emphasizes the bridge from the intangible to the tangible, where spoken intentions manifest through deeds. Actions, repeated with intention or neglect, solidify into habits, the recurrent patterns that sculpt the marble of our daily lives. Watch your actions, for they become your habits, is a call to mindfulness, recognizing that what we do consistently weaves the fabric of our character. Our habits, those persistent acts, echo the essence of our being, molding our character. Watch your habits, for they become your character, underscores the cumulative effect of our choices. For it is our character that stands as the beacon of our essence, the true reflection of our innermost selves. Finally, watch your character, for it becomes your destiny, encapsulates the journey from thought to fate. Our character, the sum of our thoughts, words, actions, and habits, navigates the course of our lives, steering us toward our ultimate destiny. This profound chain of causality Lao Tzu presents invites us to cultivate self-awareness and intentionality at every step, teaching us that the mastery of oneself is the foundation upon which destiny is built. Through this wisdom, we are reminded that the power to shape our destiny lies within, beginning with the vigilant guardianship of our inner world. The wise man avoids all extremes. In the serene wisdom of Tao, Lao Tzu teaches, the wise man avoids all extremes, a principle reflecting the harmonious balance of life. This wisdom emphasizes the importance of moderation, suggesting that living a life of excess or deficiency in any aspect, be it emotion, action, or thought, leads to disharmony and disquiet. The wise man symbolizes an individual who, through insight and understanding, recognizes the value in maintaining equilibrium. By eschewing extremes, one fosters a state of balance, embodying the Taoist ideal of following the natural order of things. This balance is not merely a point of stasis, but a dynamic equilibrium, adapting fluidly to life's ever-changing circumstances. In doing so, the wise person navigates life's complexities with grace, ensuring peace and longevity. Thus, this teaching guides us toward a path of moderation, where the avoidance of extremes ensures a life in harmony with the Tao, marked by inner tranquility and outer effectiveness. When people know a lot, it is difficult to manage them. In the wisdom of Tao, the phrase, "when people know a lot, it is difficult to manage them," unfolds layers of understanding about knowledge and leadership. This statement underscores the complexity that arises when individuals, brimming with knowledge, navigate their paths with strong convictions and diverse perspectives. Knowledge, in its essence, empowers individuals, fostering a sense of autonomy and self-guidance. It breeds a variety of viewpoints, making the task of leading a unified direction more challenging. The more people know, the more they question, debate, and carve their distinct paths, often resisting external guidance or management. This scenario isn't about the negation of knowledge, but highlights the importance of wisdom in leadership. True leadership, then, is not about managing or controlling, but guiding through wisdom, encouraging harmony amidst diversity, and aligning individual insights towards a collective vision. It speaks to the art of leading without imposing, where the leader navigates the manifold waters of knowledge with understanding, patience, and the subtle craft of persuasion. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. In the serene wisdom of Tao, the phrase "nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished" serves as a profound reminder of the effortless flow and intrinsic balance within the natural world. This teaching illuminates the principle that true harmony and efficiency do not stem from the frenzied pace of action, but from moving in accordance with the natural rhythm of life. Nature's unhurried pace is not a sign of lethargy, but a testament to its wisdom, where every process unfolds in its own time, perfectly synchronized. This concept urges us to reflect on our own lives, suggesting that the essence of achieving our goals lies not in the haste with which we pursue them, but in aligning our actions with the right timing and the natural course of events. It encourages us to cultivate patience, to trust in the timing of our own growth, and to understand that rushing may not always lead to the fulfillment we seek. By embracing this wisdom, we learn to navigate life with grace, understanding that everything will be accomplished in its due time, just as in nature. Man dies from birth. In the profound depths of Taoist thought, the phrase, "man dies from birth," encapsulates the immutable truth of life's impermanence. From the moment of birth, the journey towards death commences, signifying that existence and cessation are inseparably entwined. This statement is not a morose reflection, but a profound acknowledgement of life's transient nature. It urges us to grasp the immediacy of the present, to cherish and engage fully with the unfolding moment. This awareness cultivates a deeper appreciation for the fragility and preciousness of life, prompting us to live with intentionality and purpose. Recognizing that our time is finite, we are inspired to pursue meaningful actions, cultivate virtuous qualities, and embrace the journey of life with acceptance and wisdom. Thus, understanding that man dies from birth is not an admonition of despair, but a call to awaken to the fullness of life, to appreciate the beauty and transience, and to live in harmony with the Tao's eternal flow. Knowledge is the treasure, and practice is the key to it. In the profound teachings of Tao, knowledge is the treasure, and practice is the key to it, encapsulates the essence of wisdom acquisition and its application. Here, knowledge is likened to a vast, invaluable treasure, a repository of wisdom that holds the potential to enrich our lives, offering insights and understanding beyond the mundane. However, possessing this treasure is not merely a matter of acquisition. The key to unlocking this treasure, to truly making it ours, is practice. This signifies that knowledge, while profound and valuable, remains latent and unutilized without the act of practice. Practice embodies the application of knowledge, the process through which theoretical understanding is transformed into lived experience and wisdom. It is through practice that knowledge transcends the abstract and becomes tangible, impacting our lives and the world around us. This teaching underscores the importance of not just learning but doing, reminding us that the true value of knowledge lies in its application, in the transformation it brings about in us and our engagement with the world. Who knows doesn't say. Who speaks doesn't know. In the realm of wisdom, Lao Tzu presents us with a paradoxical truth. Who knows doesn't say. Who speaks doesn't know. This profound statement delves into the nature of true knowledge and understanding. The essence of this teaching lies in recognizing that the deepest truths and understandings of the universe, or Tao, are beyond the confines of language. Those who have truly grasped the vast, intricate mysteries of existence are aware of the limitations of words to encapsulate such wisdom. Thus, they often remain silent, understanding that true wisdom is lived and experienced rather than spoken. Conversely, those who are quick to speak, to assert knowledge, often do so from a place of superficial understanding, lacking the depth of true insight. This highlights a fundamental Taoist principle. Genuine knowledge and enlightenment are found in humility, in recognizing and embracing the limits of our understanding, and in the silent, profound experience of simply being. 23. Silence is a source of great strength. In the profound simplicity of silence, Lao Tzu reveals a paradoxical truth. Silence is a source of great strength. This wisdom transcends mere absence of sound, delving into the essence of inner peace and self-mastery. Silence in this context is not merely the lack of noise, but a profound state of mental and emotional tranquility, a reservoir from which great strength emerges. It allows for deep reflection, fostering a space where intuition and insight can flourish, unobstructed by the chaos of external distractions or the incessant chatter of the mind. Through silence, one cultivates a centeredness and clarity that empowers decision-making, enhances creativity, and strengthens resolve. It is in these quiet moments that we reconnect with our deepest selves and the universal truths that guide us. Thus, Lao Tzu teaches that embracing silence is not a retreat from the world, but a powerful means of engaging with it more fully, with greater wisdom and equanimity. Whoever talks a lot often fails. In the tranquility of wisdom, Lao Tzu might convey, whoever talks a lot often fails, to illuminate the virtue of silence and the potency of action over words. This adage suggests that excessive talking can lead to a dilution of focus and a dispersion of energy, which are vital for the fruition of intentions and achievements. The person who talks a lot symbolizes those among us who prioritize discourse over deeds, potentially neglecting the silent, steadfast pursuit required for true success. This propensity for verbosity may also reflect a lack of inner certainty, where the abundance of words serves as a veil for the vacuity of action. Conversely, the sage teaches the value of conservation, of words, of energy, of focus, implying that in the economy of success, silence is not merely golden but foundational. It is through this reticence that we cultivate depth, allow wisdom to percolate, and enable actions to speak with a clarity and impact that words often promise, yet seldom deliver. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. In the serene wisdom of Tao, we are guided to understand that life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. This teaches us that existence is an unending flux, a river of transformations that we are part of. To resist these changes, as Lao Tzu counsels, only creates sorrow, for in opposition to the natural flow, we find conflict and suffering. Instead, we are urged to let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. This is not a call to passivity, but an invitation to harmonize with the inherent order of the universe. By embracing change rather than contesting it, we align ourselves with the Tao, finding peace in the acceptance that all is as it should be. In doing so, we allow life to unfold in its richness, guiding us through its currents with ease and grace, embodying the wisdom that in acceptance there is freedom. If you aren't afraid of dying, there is nothing you can't achieve. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, if you aren't afraid of dying, there is nothing you can't achieve, speaks to the ultimate liberation from fear, the root of all limitations. The fear of death binds many, casting a shadow over actions and dreams, leading to a life lived within self-imposed confines. To transcend this fear is to embrace the impermanence of existence, acknowledging that in the vast tapestry of life, death is but a transition, not an end. This acceptance empowers one to act with courage and clarity, unshackled from the dread that stifles ambition and creativity. It is in this fearless state that one can truly pursue greatness, for when the fear of the ultimate unknown is overcome, all other fears diminish and one's potential becomes boundless. Thus, Lao Tzu teaches that by confronting and accepting our mortality, we unlock the fullness of our capacity to live, to create, and to achieve the extraordinary. Victory over others gives strength. Victory over oneself gives fearlessness. In the tapestry of life, victories are twofold. Victory over others gives strength, speaks to the external triumphs we achieve, the battles won against competitors, the accolades and acknowledgments from our endeavors. These victories bolster our confidence, fortify our resolve, and empower us with strength as they are tangible proofs of our capabilities and prowess in the physical realm. Yet this form of strength is fleeting, often dependent on the presence of an adversary or external validation. In contrast, victory over oneself gives fearlessness, delves into the internal struggle, the conquest of our own fears, doubts, and limitations. This victory is profound and enduring, for it stems from mastering the self, transcending our inner barriers, and achieving a state of self-awareness and self-control. It imbues us with fearlessness not because we have nothing left to face, but because we have faced ourselves and emerged victorious. In this internal victory lies the true essence of courage and the key to unshakable peace and resilience. Do not seek, otherwise you will lose. Do not seek and you will find. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, the phrase, do not seek, otherwise you will lose, do not seek and you will find, captures the paradoxical nature of seeking fulfillment in wisdom. The act of seeking often implies a sense of lack, a desire that propels us outside ourselves, leading to a perpetual state of wanting that distances us from the very essence we aim to capture. This seeking is likened to grasping at the wind. The more we try to hold it, the more it eludes us. Conversely, the counsel to not seek suggests a state of being where one is in harmony with the Tao, embodying a contentment and openness that allows the universe to unfold in its own time. In this state of non-seeking, we are aligned with the natural flow of life, where what is truly meant for us comes effortlessly. This wisdom teaches the power of letting go, encouraging a presence and mindfulness that reveals the richness of being, where true discovery and understanding emerge not from seeking, but from being. A man dies easily because he has too much will to live. In the depth of Taoist wisdom, the paradoxical statement, a man dies easily because he has too much will to live, reflects on the nature of attachment in the flow of life's energy. The too much will to live signifies an intense clinging to life, desires, and outcomes, which, according to Taoist thought, leads to an imbalance in one's being. This over-attachment disrupts the natural harmony and flow of life, causing resistance to the inevitable changes and transitions that life entails, including death. The ease of dying, in this context, is not a physical demise, but a metaphorical surrender, where the struggle and resistance born from excessive attachment hasten the loss of harmony with the Tao, the universal way. It suggests that in grasping too tightly to life and its desires, one may miss living in harmony with the natural order, thereby facing life's challenges, including death, with greater difficulty. Embracing life with detachment and in accordance with the Tao fosters a serene passage through its cycles, embodying the wisdom that in letting go, one finds true alignment with life's essence. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. In the profound insights of Tao, the phrase time is a created thing, to say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to, unveils the illusory nature of time as perceived by humans. Time, a construct, bends to our will and priorities. The declaration of not having time is not a reflection of its scarcity, but an indication of our choices and values. This wisdom teaches us that time's abundance or lack thereof is often a matter of what we deem important. When one asserts the absence of time, they reveal less about their schedule's constraints and more about their inner hierarchy of desires and commitments. This perspective urges us to introspect on how we allocate this most precious resource, encouraging a conscious engagement with our actions and priorities. It challenges us to own our decisions, acknowledging that not having time is a choice, a prioritization, urging us to live more intentionally, aligning our time with our true aspirations and values. Fill your bowl to the brim and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife and it will be blunt. Lao Tzu's wisdom, fill your bowl to the brim and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife and it will be blunt, is a profound meditation on the virtue of moderation and the folly of excess. The first part, fill your bowl to the brim and it will spill, teaches that overindulgence or excessive accumulation, be it material wealth, emotions, or ambitions, leads inevitably to waste and imbalance. It's a metaphor for life, urging us to embrace sufficiency and avoid the pitfalls of excess. The second part, keep sharpening your knife and it will be blunt, warns against overzealousness in the diminishing returns of relentless pursuit. Constantly striving without pause or reflection can lead to the erosion of our abilities, resources, or spirit. Together, these teachings advocate for a balanced approach to life, emphasizing the wisdom of knowing when enough is enough and the importance of maintaining balance in all endeavors. The one who knows and pretends not to know is on top. Who without knowledge pretends to be knowledgeable, he is sick. In the wisdom of Tao, this teaching, the one who knows and pretends not to know is on top. Who without knowledge pretends to be knowledgeable, he is sick, illuminates the virtue of humility and the folly of pretense. The person who possesses knowledge yet displays humility, choosing to remain open and unassuming, holds the highest position of wisdom. This humility does not diminish their knowledge but enhances it, allowing continuous growth and learning. In contrast, the one who lacks understanding yet feigns expertise is afflicted by the malady of arrogance. This pretense is a barrier to true knowledge, as it closes the mind to learning and growth. It reveals a deep insecurity and a disconnection from the Tao, the natural way of harmony and balance. True wisdom, therefore, is not just in acquiring knowledge, but in the grace of humility that acknowledges the limitless expanse of the unknown, inviting an ever-deepening understanding of the universe and oneself. Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. Lao Tzu's wisdom, care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner, speaks to the liberating path of self-acceptance and independence. To care about what other people think is to place undue value on external perceptions, allowing the judgments and opinions of others to dictate one's actions, choices, and sense of self-worth. This external orientation entraps us, making us prisoners to the fluctuating views and expectations of those around us. It confines us within a cage of conformity where our true selves are suppressed in favor of an identity shaped by societal approval. The essence of this teaching is the encouragement to cultivate inner strength and autonomy, urging us to seek validation not from the external world, but from within. By detaching from the weight of others' opinions, we free ourselves from their control, embarking on a path of genuine self-expression and personal freedom. This liberation allows us to live authentically, aligned with our true nature and values, rather than being shackled by the fleeting judgments of the external world. Even a loss can turn into a profit, or a profit can turn into a loss. In the fluid dance of existence, Lao Tzu might say, even a loss can turn into a profit, or a profit can turn into a loss, to teach us about the impermanence and dual nature of life's circumstances. This wisdom encourages us to view our experiences beyond the immediate notions of gain and loss. A loss signifies those moments that initially appear as setbacks or failures. Yet, with time and perspective, these situations often reveal hidden opportunities for growth, learning, or redirection towards paths more aligned with our true selves. Conversely, a profit reflects the achievements and successes that, while initially gratifying, may lead to unforeseen challenges, complacency, or detach us from deeper values. This teaching serves as a reminder to maintain balance and equanimity, recognizing that life's true essence lies not in the external fluctuations of fortune, but in our internal responses and the wisdom we gain from each experience. Through this perspective, Lao Tzu guides us to embrace the transient nature of our journey, finding harmony and contentment in the ever-changing tapestry of life. There is no crime greater than having too many desires. There is no disaster greater than not being content. There is no misfortune greater than being covetous. In the wisdom of Tao, Lao Tzu teaches us that the root of much discord lies in our desires, contentment, and covetousness. There is no crime greater than having too many desires speaks to the turmoil that arises from endless wanting, which distracts us from the simplicity and beauty of the present. This craving for more creates an inner dissonance as our spirits become cluttered with the noise of accumulation rather than the harmony of existence. There is no disaster greater than not being content underscores the peace that is forfeited when we fail to appreciate what we already possess. In discontent, we lose touch with the abundance of the now, seeking fulfillment in the ephemeral, which leads us astray from the path of serenity. Lastly, there is no misfortune greater than being covetous, illuminates the suffering that ensues from envying others, a toxic seed that poisons our relationships and our inner peace. Together, these teachings guide us towards a life of simplicity, gratitude, and harmony with the Tao, where true contentment and joy are found not in the external pursuit of desires, but in the internal cultivation of spiritual richness. Be attentive to your thoughts. They are the beginning of actions. In the wisdom of Tao, Lao Tzu teaches, be attentive to your thoughts. They are the beginning of actions, guiding us to recognize the profound power that lies within our own minds. This sage advice illuminates the process by which our inner world shapes our external reality. Thoughts are not merely ephemeral wisps of consciousness. They are the seeds from which our actions grow. Like a gardener tending to a garden, we must be vigilant in nurturing positive thoughts and weeding out those that are harmful or unproductive. This vigilance is crucial because every action begins as a thought. By cultivating a mindful awareness of our thoughts, we engage in the first step toward deliberate action. This principle encourages us to take responsibilities for our mental landscape, understanding that the quality of our thoughts directly influences the quality of our lives. Through mindful attention, we can steer our actions toward harmony and purpose, embodying the wisdom that our thoughts are the architects of our destiny. You can always rise above those who offend you by forgiving them. In the wisdom of Tao, forgiveness is not merely an act of kindness towards another, but a profound elevation of one's own spirit. You can always rise above those who offend you by forgiving them encapsulates the transformative power of forgiveness. To forgive is to release oneself from the burdens of anger and resentment, which tether us to the very source of our suffering. Those who offend us, intentionally or not, offer us an unintended gift, the opportunity to practice grace, compassion, and understanding. By choosing forgiveness, we transcend the immediate pain and the limitations imposed by harboring negativity. This act of letting go allows us to ascend to a higher state of being, one characterized by inner peace and resilience. Forgiveness, therefore, is not a concession to those who have wronged us, but a deliberate choice to reclaim our power and autonomy, to rise above the fray, and to navigate life with a lighter heart and a liberated soul. The truth is not always beautiful, nor are beautiful words the truth. Lao Tzu, speaking to the soul's journey through wisdom, might say, "The truth is not always beautiful, nor are beautiful words the truth," to illuminate the complex nature of reality versus perception. This phrase underscores the discernment between truth and its presentation. The truth refers to the raw, unvarnished reality of our existence in the universe's workings, which may not always align with our ideals of beauty or comfort. It suggests that authenticity and depth often lie beneath surfaces that might not be immediately appealing or comforting. Conversely, beautiful words represent the allure of eloquence and charm, which, while captivating, may not always convey the truth. They can sometimes be a facade, distracting from the starkness of genuine insight. Lao Tzu teaches us to seek wisdom beyond appearances, encouraging a quest for genuine understanding over the seduction of mere rhetoric. This perspective invites us to embrace reality in its entirety, finding beauty in truth, even when it challenges our expectations. You are controlled by the one who makes you angry. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, the insight, "You are controlled by the one who makes you angry," unveils a profound truth about the nature of emotion and power. This statement suggests that when we allow our anger towards another to consume us, we inadvertently grant them dominion over our inner state. The one who makes you angry symbolizes not just an individual, but any external force that triggers our ire, highlighting how our emotional responses can become chains that tether us to the very sources of our discontent. This dynamic of control emerges because anger consumes our thoughts, dictates our actions, and clouds our judgment, leaving us at the mercy of those who evoke it. Lao Tzu's wisdom invites us to recognize the futility of surrendering our peace to external provocations. By mastering our emotions, we reclaim our sovereignty over ourselves, embodying the Taoist principle of harmony within and without. Through this understanding, we find liberation from the bonds of anger, stepping into a state of balance and self-control that no external force can disrupt. Content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. In the tapestry of life, Lao Tzu's wisdom, "Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are." When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you, serves as a profound guide to finding inner peace and abundance. To be content with what you have is to embrace gratitude for the present, recognizing the sufficiency and value in our current possessions and circumstances. Rejoice in the way things are invites us to celebrate life's present state, finding joy in existence itself beyond the relentless pursuit of more. This mindset liberates us from the chains of perpetual dissatisfaction, revealing that when you realize there is nothing lacking, our perception of deficiency transforms, unveiling the abundance that life inherently offers. This realization that nothing is missing shifts our perspective, making us see the whole world as ours, not in possession, but in connection and harmony. Lao Tzu teaches us that true wealth and freedom come from recognizing the abundance within and around us, not from accumulating more.
To recognize your insignificance is empowering. In the profound wisdom of the Tao, recognizing one's insignificance in the vast tapestry of the universe is not a descent into despair, but an ascent into liberation. This realization, to recognize your insignificance is empowering, unveils the paradox that in acknowledging the vastness beyond our individual existence, we are freed from the burdens of ego and the pressure of self-imposed expectations. This insignificance does not diminish our value, but rather situates us within the greater whole, reminding us that our actions ripple across the cosmos in unseen ways. It empowers us by alleviating the weight of trying to control the uncontrollable, inviting us to embrace the flow of life with humility and grace. Through this acceptance, we find strength in our connectedness to all things, emboldened to live authentically and contribute to the world not out of a desire for recognition, but from a place of genuine alignment with the Tao. He who knows the measure is satisfied with his position. In the tapestry of life, understanding and acceptance weave the fabric of contentment. He who knows the measure is satisfied with his position, encapsulates the wisdom of knowing oneself and one's place in the cosmos. The measure speaks to the innate capacity, limitations, and potential unique to each individual. It is a call to introspection, to recognize and honor our intrinsic strengths and boundaries. To know the measure is to possess self-awareness, an understanding of what truly matters, and a recognition of the impermanence and interconnection of all things. This knowledge fosters a deep sense of satisfaction, for it allows one to find peace in their current state, irrespective of external pressures or expectations. Such a person, grounded in their true nature, navigates life's ups and downs with equanimity, understanding that fulfillment is not found in the relentless pursuit of more, but in cherishing and cultivating what one already has. This principle encourages us to seek balance, to live in harmony with our true selves, and to embrace the present moment fully, finding joy and satisfaction in our position within the vast, unfolding mystery of existence. Who acts in stillness finds stillness in his life. In the profound teachings of Tao, who acts in stillness finds stillness in his life, embodies the essence of harmonious action and being. Acting in stillness does not mean inaction but refers to engaging with the world in a manner that is deeply rooted in calmness and mindfulness. It's about making decisions and taking actions that are aligned with our inner truth and the flow of the universe, rather than being driven by the chaotic impulses of desire and ego. This principle teaches us that when our actions are grounded in a state of mental and emotional tranquility, we cultivate a life that reflects this stillness back to us. It's a reminder that the peace we seek in the external world must first be nurtured within. By embodying stillness in our actions, we invite a serene and balanced energy into our lives, transforming our existence into one of harmony and peace. This wisdom encourages us to find our center, to act from a place of deep internal quietude, thereby ensuring that our lives resonate with the profound stillness that we embody. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the student is truly ready, the teacher will disappear. In the tapestry of growth, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear illuminates the truth that guidance arrives when one is open to learning. This readiness is not merely about seeking knowledge, but about being prepared internally to embrace and integrate wisdom into one's life. The teacher symbolizes not just a person, but experiences, challenges, and moments of insight that guide us towards deeper understanding. When the student is truly ready, the teacher will disappear, delves deeper into the journey of mastery, where the essence of learning transcends external guidance. This stage of true readiness signifies a profound shift where the learner has internalized the lessons to such an extent that external guidance is no longer necessary. The teacher's disappearance is a metaphor for the moment the student embodies the teachings, realizing that the wisdom they sought outside has always been within. Thus, this path from appearance to disappearance of the teacher mirrors the journey from seeking knowledge externally to discovering it within oneself, a testament to the ultimate goal of self-reliance and enlightenment. Sometimes you must yield in order to win, and sometimes maintaining a low place leads you to win. In the wisdom of Tao, the principle sometimes you must yield in order to win, and sometimes maintaining a low place leads you to win, teaches the power of humility and strategic retreat. Yielding, in this context, is not about surrendering, but rather about understanding when to step back, conserve energy, and avoid unnecessary conflict. This act of yielding can paradoxically lead to victory, as it allows one to regroup, learn, and approach situations with renewed perspective and strength. Similarly, maintaining a low place emphasizes the virtue of humility, suggesting that by not seeking the spotlight or asserting dominance, one can navigate life's challenges more smoothly and emerge victoriously. This approach fosters resilience, adaptability, and the ability to seize opportunities from a position of insight and preparedness. Through these teachings, Lao Tzu advocates for a life led with patience, wisdom, and an understanding of the natural flow of events, where true strength is found in softness and victory in apparent vulnerability. At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are and you know what you want. In the essence of our beings lies a profound truth, a sanctuary of wisdom that Lao Tzu might illuminate through. At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are and you know what you want. This teaching underscores the idea that beyond the noise and distractions of the external world, within the core of our existence, lies an innate understanding of our true self and our deepest desires. The center of your being refers to a place of unparalleled authenticity and clarity, where the noise of societal expectations and external influences fades, allowing our true nature and aspirations to emerge. To have the answer is to acknowledge that, at our most fundamental level, we possess an intrinsic knowledge of our identity and what will bring us fulfillment. This wisdom encourages us to turn inward, to engage in self-reflection, and to trust in our internal compass to guide us through life's journey. It is a call to embrace introspection, to uncover and align with our authentic selves, and to live in accordance with our own values and desires, rather than being swayed by the external world. Through this, Lao Tzu guides us towards a path of self-discovery and personal truth, empowering us to lead lives of purpose and contentment. The more you know, the less you understand. In the wisdom of Tao, the more you know, the less you understand, speaks to the paradox of knowledge and the essence of true wisdom. This saying illuminates the notion that accumulating facts and information often leads us further from the profound, intuitive understanding of the universe and our place within it. The first part, the more you know, suggests the human endeavor to seek knowledge, to fill our minds with information, believing that it equates to understanding. However, the second part, the less you understand, reveals a deeper truth, that the essence of wisdom lies not in the accumulation of data, but in recognizing the vastness of the unknown and the limitations of our comprehension. This statement encourages humility, urging us to acknowledge that with every discovery, we uncover more layers of mystery. It teaches us to approach life with an open heart and mind, understanding that true wisdom comes from embracing the complexity of the world and finding peace in the acceptance of what we cannot fully grasp. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. In the wisdom of Tao, letting go is the path to true transformation. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be, speaks to the profound journey of self-discovery and potential. The act of letting go, releasing our current identities, beliefs, and limitations invites a boundless realm of possibilities. This principle teaches us that our attachment to a fixed sense of self is what often hinders our growth. What we consider to be our immutable identity is merely a temporary state, a cocoon that constrains our true essence. By surrendering this limited perception of self, we open ourselves to the infinite potential within us. It is a call to embrace change, to trust the process of becoming, and to allow ourselves to evolve beyond our imagined limits. This wisdom encourages us to live not by what we have been, but by what we aspire to be, finding liberation in the fluidity of our being and the journey towards becoming our fullest selves. All difficult things have their origin in that which is easy, and great things in that which is small. Lao Tzu, in his timeless wisdom, teaches us, all difficult things have their origin in that which is easy, and great things in that which is small. This profound statement reminds us that complexity arises from simplicity, and magnitude grows from the minute. The essence of this teaching lies in recognizing the potential of beginnings, no matter how modest they may seem. It encourages us to not underestimate the small steps we take, for they lay the foundation for the journey towards achieving our grandest goals. Every challenging task we face is built upon simpler actions that, when assembled together, form the path to mastery. Similarly, greatness is not a sudden apparition but a culmination of small, consistent efforts that accumulate over time. Lao Tzu's words urge us to appreciate the value of starting small, nurturing patience, and respecting the gradual process of growth. This wisdom is a call to action, to begin with what is within our reach and trust in the transformative power of perseverance and incremental progress. An ant on the move does more than a dozing ox. In the wisdom of Tao, an ant on the move does more than a dozing oxen veils the virtue of consistent, purposeful action over mere strength or size. The ant, small and seemingly insignificant, embodies diligence and persistence. Its constant movement and effort, no matter the scale, contribute to the accomplishment of its goals. In contrast, the ox, despite its formidable strength and potential for labor, achieves nothing in its state of inactivity. This teaches us that the true measure of productivity and impact lies not in one's inherent capabilities or resources, but in the willingness to apply oneself consistently towards one's objectives. It is a call to action, urging us to recognize the power of small, consistent efforts in effecting change and achieving greatness. Thus, Lao Tzu encourages us to embody the ant's industriousness, reminding us that steadfastness in action, regardless of how modest, often surpasses the idle might of the powerful.
Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. In the tapestry of human interaction, kindness weaves a thread of transformative power. Kindness in words creates confidence, speaks to the ability of compassionate communication to empower others, instilling a belief in their own worth and capabilities. When we choose words that uplift, we build bridges of trust and self-assurance. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness, delves deeper, suggesting that when our thoughts are infused with benevolence, our insights and understanding attain a depth that transcends superficial judgments. This inner kindness fosters a wisdom that sees beyond the surface, recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings. Lastly, kindness in giving creates love, embodies the essence of generosity. By giving selflessly, we not only address the needs of others, but also cultivate a spirit of love that binds humanity together. This triad of kindness in words, thought, and deed enriches us, creating a world where confidence, depth, and love flourish. Anticipate the difficult by managing the easy. In the wisdom of Tao, anticipate the difficult by managing the easy serves as a guiding principle for navigating life's complexities with grace and foresight. This adage illuminates the strategy of preparation and the power of starting with simplicity to confront challenges. The essence of managing the easy lies in the understanding that mastery over simpler tasks builds a foundation of skill, confidence, and insight, which are crucial when facing more formidable obstacles. It is through the diligent attention to the easy, the routine, and the seemingly insignificant that one cultivates the strength, adaptability, and strategic foresight necessary to anticipate the difficult. This principle advocates for a proactive approach to life, encouraging us to prepare for future challenges by effectively handling present conditions, no matter how straightforward they may seem. By doing so, we align ourselves with the Taoist path of harmony, ensuring that when the difficulty arises, we are ready to meet it with equanimity and competence. A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving. In the tapestry of life, Lao Tzu's wisdom, a good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving, speaks to the art of living with openness and flexibility. This traveler symbolizes an individual journeying through life, embodying the principle of wu-wei, or effortless action, navigating existence not with rigid expectations, but with adaptability and grace. The absence of fixed plans suggests a profound trust in the Tao, the natural flow of life, allowing one to move with its rhythms rather than imposing one's will upon it. Being not intent on arriving underscores the value of the journey itself, emphasizing that the richness of life lies not in the destination, but in the experiences and growth encountered along the way. This philosophy encourages us to live fully in each moment, to appreciate the beauty of the transient, and to understand that in the journey of life, the paths we take and the manner in which we travel them define us more than any destination could. The more laws that are written, the more criminals are produced. In the wisdom of Tao, the saying, "The more laws that are written, the more criminals are produced," unveils a profound truth about the nature of regulation and human behavior. This insight suggests that an abundance of laws does not necessarily cultivate a more virtuous society, but rather, paradoxically, may lead to an increase in lawbreaking. The essence of this observation lies in understanding that excessive regulation can stifle the innate human capacity for moral judgment, turning actions that were once considered mere choices into offenses. As laws multiply, the simplicity of living in harmony with the Tao, the natural way, becomes obscured, leading individuals away from self-guided morality towards a path defined by external constraints. This proliferation of laws can inadvertently create a society where individuals, overwhelmed by the complexity and sheer volume of rules, may find themselves labeled as criminals for actions that, in a simpler legal landscape, might not have been deemed so. Thus, Lao Tzu invites us to reflect on the balance between governance and the natural order, suggesting that true harmony arises not from the imposition of numerous laws, but from cultivating inner virtue and simplicity in living. The heart that gives, gathers. In the profound simplicity of the saying, "The heart that gives, gathers," we uncover a fundamental truth of existence as perceived through the lens of Taoist wisdom. This statement transcends mere transactional giving. It speaks to the essence of generosity as a path to abundance. The act of giving, from the heart, initiates a cycle of reciprocity not bound by material wealth, but enriched by the intangible rewards of joy, fulfillment, and connection. The heart that gives symbolizes the selfless offering of kindness, compassion, and resources without expectation of return, embodying a pure form of altruism. Paradoxically, it is through this selflessness that one gathers, not in the accumulation of physical possessions, but in the enrichment of the soul, the deepening of relationships, and the cultivation of an inner wealth that transcends material gain. This wisdom teaches us that the true measure of our wealth is not found in what we keep, but in what we give away, and in the openness of our hearts we find the key to a life of true abundance. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. In the tapestry of life's journey, Lao Tzu's wisdom, "If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading," serves as a profound reminder of the power of our choices and the inertia of our paths. This saying illuminates the simple yet profound truth that our current trajectory, unless altered, will lead us precisely to its inherent destination. It underscores the importance of mindfulness in our decisions and actions, highlighting how habitual motions can carry us unwittingly to futures we may not desire. The essence of this wisdom beckons us to pause, reflect, and assess the course we are on. It invites us to consider if the direction we're headed truly aligns with our deepest values and aspirations. Should we find a disconnect, it is a call to action, a gentle urging to recalibrate our paths, to steer our lives with intention towards destinations of our conscious choosing. It's a reminder that at any moment, we have the power to change course, to redefine our journey, and to shape our destiny with deliberate thought and action. The flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long. In the profound wisdom of Tao, the flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long serves as a poignant metaphor for the essence of life's energies and the nature of our pursuits. This adage encapsulates the delicate balance between intensity and sustainability. The flame symbolizes our passions, efforts, and the fervor with which we engage in our endeavors. To burn twice as bright is to live or act with extraordinary zeal or intensity, pouring an immense amount of energy into our pursuits in a short period. However, this intensity often leads to a rapid consumption of resources, be they emotional, physical, or spiritual, thereby shortening the duration of the flame's existence. This teaching urges us to contemplate the pace at which we live our lives, encouraging a harmonious balance that allows for longevity and sustained fulfillment. It reminds us that while brilliance and intensity can lead to remarkable achievements, they should be tempered with wisdom to ensure that our light endures through time, allowing us to illuminate our path and that of others for as long as possible. Your own positive future begins at this moment. All you have is right now. Every goal is possible from here. In the wisdom of the Tao, the present moment is the crucible of creation, where all futures take shape. Your own positive future begins at this moment, teaches that the seeds of tomorrow are sown with the intentions and actions of today. This moment is a field of infinite possibilities, urging us to recognize that all you have is right now, a powerful affirmation of the present as our only true possession. It is here, in the immediacy of the now, that we hold the power to mold our destiny. Every goal is possible from here reflects the boundless potential that originates from this singular point in time. It is a reminder that no aspiration is too lofty when we commit to it fully in the present. This wisdom invites us to embrace the present, to act with purpose and passion, for it is from this moment that every positive future unfolds, making every dream within reach. Give evil nothing to oppose, and it will disappear by itself. In the profound wisdom of Tao, the teaching "give evil nothing to oppose, and it will disappear by itself" illuminates the power of non-contention and the natural dissolution of negativity through the absence of resistance. The essence of this insight lies in understanding that evil, much like a shadow, thrives on opposition and conflict. By choosing not to engage in a direct confrontation, one removes the fuel that sustains the existence of malevolence. This principle advocates for a path of peace and harmony, suggesting that the true strength in dealing with adversity is not found in overpowering it, but in denying it the very conditions it requires to flourish. It encourages a perspective of compassionate detachment, where one does not feed into the cycle of aggression, thereby allowing the natural order of balance to restore itself. Through this understanding, Lao Tzu guides us to a more profound and effective way of overcoming challenges, teaching that when we let go of strife, we align with the Tao, and in this alignment, disharmony fades, revealing the enduring presence of peace. Do your work, then step back. The only path to serenity. Lao Tzu's wisdom, "Do your work, then step back. The only path to serenity," speaks to the art of detachment and the virtue of moderation. To do your work is to fulfill your duties and exert your efforts wholeheartedly, engaging fully in the tasks at hand. This is the essence of responsibility and commitment, where one invests their energies and talents to accomplish what is required. Yet, the sage advises to step back following this exertion, which is an invitation to release attachment to outcomes and to rest in the assurance that one has done their part. This stepping back is not about neglect, but about trusting the natural flow of events, recognizing that over-involvement can lead to unnecessary stress and imbalance. It is in this delicate balance of action and surrender that one finds serenity, a state of inner peace that arises from accepting the limits of our control and the impermanence of all endeavors. Thus, Lao Tzu guides us towards a life of harmony, teaching that true peace is found in the graceful dance between doing and being, effort and ease. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, he who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still, encapsulates the profound distinction between external and internal power. Controlling others is a form of power that relies on external forces, reflecting a dominion over the external world. It's visible, tangible, and often celebrated. Yet it is transient and susceptible to the changing tides of fortune and the wills of others. True might, however, lies in self-mastery, the ability to control one's own thoughts, emotions, and actions. This form of power is internal, emanating from a deep understanding and command of oneself. It is the pinnacle of strength, for it is far more challenging to conquer one's own nature than to exert influence over others. This self-mastery is a source of unassailable power, as it is not dependent on external circumstances, but is rooted in the wisdom and balance within. Thus, Lao Tzu teaches us that the greatest form of strength is not domination over others, but the cultivation of self-discipline, inner peace, and enlightenment. When you are content to be simply yourself, and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. In the tapestry of life, Lao Tzu's wisdom, when you are content to be simply yourself, and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you, serves as a guiding star. The first part, content to be simply yourself, illuminates the serenity and strength found in embracing one's true nature, unswayed by external pressures or societal expectations. It speaks to the inner peace that comes from self-acceptance and the understanding that our value is intrinsic, not measured against others. The admonition against comparison and competition underscores the futility of seeking fulfillment in superiority or material success, which are but fleeting shadows of happiness. This teaching culminates in the profound realization that genuine respect from others is earned not through achievements or accolades, but through the authenticity and integrity of being true to oneself. It is in this authenticity that we find a resonant power, a magnetic pull that commands respect, for it reflects a deep alignment with the Tao, the natural way of being, where each person is a unique expression of the whole, contributing to the harmony of the universe. Loss is not as bad as wanting more. In the tapestry of life, Lao Tzu teaches, loss is not as bad as wanting more, a profound reminder of the dual nature of desire and contentment. The notion of loss here transcends the mere absence of possessions or status. It embodies the idea of surrendering attachments, a process that can lead to liberation and peace. This loss, though initially perceived as negative, often frees us from the chains of materialism and the endless cycle of desire, leading to an unexpected tranquility. On the contrary, wanting more signifies an insatiable hunger that disturbs our inner harmony. This relentless pursuit often leads to a deep-seated dissatisfaction, as the more we acquire, the more we desire, trapping us in a perpetual state of longing. Lao Tzu's wisdom urges us to find contentment in simplicity, and to recognize that true fulfillment arises not from accumulating more, but from appreciating what we already have. By embracing loss and relinquishing desire, we find a path to inner peace and contentment, aligning ourselves with the natural flow of the universe. If you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to. In the wisdom of the Tao, understanding the impermanence of existence is a path to liberation. If you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to, illuminates the truth that the essence of the universe is constant transformation. This realization is profound, for it teaches that attachment to people, possessions, or even ideas is the root of suffering. Things, by their nature, evolve, decay, and eventually transform. Recognizing this, one learns to live in harmony with the flow of life, embracing each moment as it comes, without the desire to control or possess it indefinitely. This wisdom fosters inner peace and freedom, as the understanding of impermanence guides us to appreciate the transient beauty of the world, releasing the need to cling to what is destined to change. Through this lens, we see life not as a series of possessions to be held onto, but as a stream of experiences to be lived fully, with openness and without fear. Those who flow as life flows know they need no other force. In the wisdom of Tao, those who flow as life flows know they need no other force, encapsulates the profound principle of living in harmony with the Tao, the natural order of the universe. This teaching illuminates the art of effortless action, or Wu Wei, advocating for a life lived in alignment with the natural currents of existence. To flow as life flows is to recognize and embrace the rhythms and cycles of life, moving with them rather than against them. It suggests a state of being where actions are taken in accordance with the moment's demands, effortlessly and intuitively, without force or resistance. This philosophy underscores the understanding that the universe operates on its own accord, perfectly balanced and endlessly dynamic. Those who attune themselves to this flow discover that they do not need to exert unnecessary force to navigate life. Instead, they find that by yielding to the natural course of things, they can achieve their aims with grace and ease. This path of harmony with the Tao leads to a profound inner peace and a deep sense of connection with all things, revealing that the greatest strength lies in the wisdom of non-resistance. To attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day. In the essence of Taoist thought, the journey towards enlightenment is twofold. To attain knowledge, add things every day speaks to the cultivation of understanding through the accumulation of facts, experiences, and skills. This path involves expanding one's horizon, seeking new information, and embracing the diversity of the world's offerings. It's about building a foundation, layer by layer, each day adding a new piece to the puzzle of the universe. Conversely, to attain wisdom, remove things every day delves into the art of simplicity and the power of subtraction. This process involves peeling away the superfluous, the distractions, and the misconceptions that cloud our true perception. Wisdom, therefore, is not about how much one knows, but about the clarity and depth of one's understanding. It's about letting go of what we think we know to reveal the profound truths beneath. In shedding the unnecessary, we find the essence of wisdom, aligning with the Taoist principle that true insight lies not in the accumulation, but in the discernment and elimination of the extraneous, allowing the core of truth to shine forth. Knowing how to yield is strength. In the tapestry of existence, knowing how to yield is strength, unveils a profound truth that transcends the superficial understanding of power. To yield, in essence, is to embrace the fluidity of life, recognizing that true strength lies not in rigid resistance, but in the adaptable nature of water, which flows around obstacles and yet shapes its path through the world. This wisdom teaches us that strength is found in flexibility, in the capacity to bend without breaking under the pressures of life. To know how to yield is to understand the virtue of resilience, to recognize when to stand firm and when to move with the currents of circumstance. It is a call to cultivate inner strength that arises from awareness and sensitivity to the moment, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with grace and poise. This principle guides us toward a harmonious existence, where the power of yielding becomes a source of unyielding strength. Not seeking, not expecting, she is present and can welcome all things. In the essence of Taoist thought, not seeking, not expecting, she is present and can welcome all things, encapsulates the virtue of Wu Wei, or effortless action. This principle suggests that true harmony with the Tao, the universal force, is achieved not through forceful striving or anticipation, but through a state of open receptivity and presence. Not seeking implies a relinquishment of the compulsive pursuit of desires, recognizing that such pursuits often lead us away from our natural state of peace. Not expecting advises against preconceiving outcomes, which frees us from the constraints of disappointment and allows life to unfold in its unpredictable beauty. Being present means fully inhabiting the current moment, an acknowledgement that the here and now is the only reality we truly possess. This presence enables one to welcome all things, embracing life's myriad experiences with equanimity and openness. Such a person, grounded in the present without attachment to outcomes or pursuits, embodies the Taoist ideal of living in harmonious accord with the natural world, effortlessly adapting to the ebb and flow of life's inherent unpredictability. There is no illusion greater than fear. In the tapestry of human emotions, fear stands as the most potent illusion, a mirage that distorts reality and binds the spirit. Lao Tzu teaches, there is no illusion greater than fear, highlighting fear's nature as a construct of the mind, rather than a reflection of true circumstance. This illusion, born of uncertainty and the unknown, often looms larger than the challenges it represents, obscuring the path of wisdom and action. Fear convinces us of failure before we begin, paralyzing potential and stifling growth. Yet, in recognizing fear as an illusion, a mere shadow cast by the mind's projections, we reclaim our power to see beyond it. Through understanding, we discern that fear, while a natural response, should not govern our actions or define our reality. Embracing this wisdom liberates the soul, allowing us to navigate life's journey with clarity and courage, unshackled from the chains of fear's grand deception. If I had just a little bit of wisdom, I should walk the great path, and fear only straying from it. In the essence of Taoist thought, the phrase, if I had just a little bit of wisdom, I should walk the great path, and fear only straying from it, reveals a profound truth about the journey of life and enlightenment. The little bit of wisdom signifies the initial understanding or insight necessary to embark upon the great path, which symbolizes the Tao, or the way of natural harmony and balance. This wisdom is not vast or complex, but rather a simple, intuitive grasp of living in accordance with the natural order of things. To walk the great path is to live a life aligned with the fundamental principles of simplicity, spontaneity, and compassion, navigating existence with a sense of purpose and ease. The only true fear, then, is straying from it, deviating from this path of simplicity and natural living into complexity, artificiality, and discord. This statement underscores the value of maintaining a humble, focused adherence to the Tao, suggesting that the greatest danger lies not in external obstacles, but in losing our way through distraction or forgetting our fundamental principles. Thus, Lao Tzu teaches us that wisdom lies in recognizing the beauty of the simple, true path, and dedicating ourselves to it with a heart free from fear, save for the fear of losing our alignment with the Tao. This perspective encourages a life of mindfulness, integrity, and harmony, guiding us to navigate the complexities of existence with a serene and steadfast heart. He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough, speaks to the virtue of contentment and the understanding of sufficiency. This phrase illuminates the profound truth that the perception of abundance or scarcity stems from our internal state, rather than external circumstances. The first enough signifies an inner recognition, an awareness of what truly satisfies our needs and desires without succumbing to the endless pursuit of more. The second enough reflects the state of having what we need to live a fulfilled life. This teaching urges us to cultivate a mindset of appreciation and gratitude, recognizing the value and sufficiency in what we already possess. By embracing this wisdom, we learn to live in harmony with our true needs, finding peace and abundance in simplicity and moderation. Thus, knowing enough is not merely an act of acceptance, but a profound understanding that unlocks the door to a life of contentment and fulfillment. Hope and fear are both phantoms that arise from thinking of the self. When we don't see the self as self, what do we have to fear? In the profound wisdom of Tao, Lao Tzu teaches, hope and fear are both phantoms that arise from thinking of the self. When we don't see the self as self, what do we have to fear? This wisdom elucidates the notion that hope and fear are constructs of our mind, born from our attachment to ego and personal desires. These emotions distract us, leading us away from the path of harmony with the Tao. Hope often carries with it an attachment to specific outcomes, while fear stems from the anticipation of loss or failure. Both bind us to the future or the past, preventing us from living fully in the present moment. Lao Tzu urges us to transcend the ego, to dissolve the artificial distinctions and attachments that define the self. In doing so, we liberate ourselves from the dualities of hope and fear, finding peace and equanimity in the eternal now. Without a fixed self to protect or promote, what is there to fear? This teaching invites us to embrace a state of being where we are free from the constraints of our personal desires and fears, allowing us to live in harmony with the universe. By letting go, it all gets done. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, the phrase "by letting go, it all gets done" speaks to the profound paradox of action through inaction, known as Wu Wei. This concept doesn't advocate for idleness, but rather for an alignment with the natural flow of life. Letting go implies releasing our grip on forced outcomes, our obsession with control, and the constant striving that often leads to resistance and struggle. It teaches that when we relinquish our need to control every aspect of our lives, we align ourselves with the Tao, or the Way, allowing things to unfold in their natural rhythm. This surrender is not a sign of defeat, but a strategic embrace of ease and efficiency. By letting go, we permit the universe to orchestrate its harmony, finding that tasks accomplish themselves through us, not solely by us. This wisdom encourages us to trust in the natural order, finding that often, the most effective action is to be still and let life flow. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. In the wisdom of Tao, Lao Tzu teaches us about the art of living through understanding the essence of time and its impact on our state of mind. If you are depressed, you are living in the past, he reveals, highlighting how dwelling on what has already transpired can lead to a state of sorrow, as we are anchored by memories and events that cannot be altered. If you are anxious, you are living in the future, he continues, illustrating the unease that accompanies the anticipation of events yet to come, fueled by uncertainties and the fear of what may or may not happen. Finally, if you are at peace, you are living in the present, encapsulates the serenity found in embracing the current moment, free from the chains of past regrets and future worries. This teaches us the value of mindfulness, urging us to inhabit the present fully, where true contentment and peace reside. Through this understanding, Lao Tzu guides us towards a harmonious existence, woven from the fabric of being truly present. To hold, you must first open your hand. Let go. In the tapestry of existence, the wisdom to hold, you must first open your hand. Let go reveals a profound truth about the nature of receiving and relinquishing. The act of opening one's hand symbolizes the necessity of release, of letting go of our clutches on the tangible and intangible, to truly embrace what life offers. This principle mirrors the Taoist ethos of non-attachment, where holding too tightly to desires, outcomes, or possessions only leads to stagnation and suffering. By letting go, We open ourselves to the flow of the universe, allowing space for new blessings, experiences, and wisdom to enter. It teaches that in the surrender, in the act of releasing, we make room to truly hold. This paradoxical wisdom encourages us to embrace the ebb and flow of life with grace, understanding that true strength and fulfillment come not from grasping tightly, but from the peaceful release and the openness to receive the world's infinite gifts. When there is no desire, all things are at peace. In the serene wisdom of Tao, Lao Tzu teaches, when there is no desire, all things are at peace, highlighting the profound tranquility that arises from relinquishing attachments and cravings. Desire here is not merely wanting, but a deep-seated yearning that often leads to unrest and turmoil within our hearts and minds. It is this very longing that disrupts our inner harmony, as it perpetuates a cycle of seeking and wanting, pulling us away from the contentment of the present moment. Lao Tzu suggests that by letting go of these incessant desires, we return to a state of natural equilibrium, where peace is not something to be sought after, but a fundamental aspect of our being. In this state of desirelessness, we align with the Tao, experiencing the world in its fullness, unclouded by personal wants. This teaching encourages us to find satisfaction not in external achievements or possessions, but in the simplicity and richness of being, where all things are inherently at peace. Manifest plainness. Embrace simplicity. Reduce selfishness. Have few desires. In the wisdom of Tao, Lao Tzu teaches us to cultivate a life of profound depth through the essence of simplicity. Manifest plainness urges us to reveal our true selves, unadorned and genuine, free from the complexities that cloud our essence. Embrace simplicity is a call to return to the basics of life, finding joy and contentment in the minimal, which enriches our souls beyond the fleeting satisfaction of material excess. To reduce selfishness is to diminish the ego, fostering a spirit of compassion and community, recognizing that our interconnectedness is a source of strength and harmony. Lastly, have few desires guides us towards inner peace, suggesting that the key to contentment lies not in the endless pursuit of external pleasures, but in cherishing what we have and who we are in the present moment. Together, these principles form a blueprint for a life lived with purpose, serenity, and a deep connection to the Tao, the natural way of the universe. Doing nothing is better than being busy doing nothing. In the depths of Taoist philosophy, doing nothing is better than being busy doing nothing encapsulates the virtue of wu wei, or effortless action. This paradoxical wisdom teaches that true effectiveness arises not from ceaseless toil devoid of purpose, but from aligning with the natural flow of events. Doing nothing is not about idleness, but about choosing actions that resonate with the essential nature of things, thereby achieving more by forcing less. It contrasts sharply with being busy doing nothing, which reflects the emptiness of activity divorced from meaningful intent. This busyness, often celebrated in societies valuing constant motion, actually leads us away from true purpose and accomplishment. Lao Tzu's insight invites us to consider the value of presence, mindfulness, and the power of actions that are in harmony with the Tao, suggesting that in the art of living, less can indeed be more, and in stillness, we find a path to effective action. When you accept yourself, the whole world accepts you. Embracing one's true nature is the cornerstone of harmony with the cosmos. When you accept yourself, the whole world accepts you, elucidates the profound interconnection between self-acceptance and universal acceptance. This wisdom teaches that self-acceptance is not merely an internal affair, but resonates outward, influencing how the world perceives and interacts with us. Accepting oneself triggers a ripple effect, cultivating an aura of authenticity and peace that others are naturally drawn to. This authenticity acts as a mirror, encouraging others to also embrace their true selves, thereby fostering a collective atmosphere of acceptance. The logic underpinning this aphorism is the principle of resonance. Like attracts like. By fully accepting ourselves, we align with the Tao, the way of nature, which inherently accepts all that is true and authentic. This alignment not only brings inner peace, but also harmonizes our relationships with the world around us, demonstrating that at the heart of acceptance lies the key to universal harmony and understanding. We shape clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. In this profound insight, Lao Tzu illuminates the essence of utility and existence through the metaphor of shaping clay into a pot. We shape clay into a pot speaks to the human endeavor of creating and crafting the material world around us, focusing on the tangible, the visible. It is a testament to our ability to mold and transform the physical to serve our purposes. However, the deeper wisdom lies in the second part. But it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. This paradoxical truth highlights that the true value of our creations lies not in the material itself, but in the non-material, the space it defines, which becomes the essence of its utility. The emptiness, or the void within, symbolizes potential, the capacity to fill, to adapt, to serve various needs. It teaches us that in life, as in objects, it is often the intangible, the spaces and experiences we create, that hold the most significance. This philosophy encourages a balance between the tangible and the intangible, reminding us that true essence and value often reside in what we cannot see, but what we can feel and experience. True words aren't eloquent. Eloquent words aren't true. Wise men don't need to prove their point. Men who need to prove their point aren't wise. In the tapestry of wisdom, Lao Tzu weaves a profound truth. True words aren't eloquent. Eloquent words aren't true. This teaches that authenticity often lies in simplicity, not in the complexity or flourish of expression. True wisdom speaks in clear, direct tones, unadorned by the artifice of eloquence, which can obscure truth with its beauty. The essence of genuine insight doesn't require decoration to resonate deeply. Expanding on this, wise men don't need to prove their point. Men who need to prove their point aren't wise, underscores a hallmark of true wisdom, the confidence in one's understanding that requires no external validation. Those genuinely wise are secure in their knowledge, feeling no compulsion to convince others aggressively. It suggests that the need to constantly assert one's wisdom often betrays a lack of it. Together, these teachings advocate for authenticity and humility, guiding us toward a deeper, more genuine engagement with the world and ourselves. For all things difficult to acquire, the intelligent man works with perseverance. In the tapestry of existence, the most valuable treasures often lie hidden, demanding not just the vision to recognize them, but the resilience to unveil them. For all things difficult to acquire speaks to the inherent challenge in achieving anything of true worth. These pursuits, by their nature, resist the grasp of the hasty and the half-hearted. It is here that the intelligent man, a symbol for those who not only possess wisdom, but the clarity to discern the profound from the fleeting, becomes a beacon. This intelligence is not merely cognitive, but deeply practical, grounded in the understanding that the fabric of reality yields its secrets only to the persistent. Works with perseverance, then, is not a mere application of effort. It is a dedicated, unwavering journey toward mastery. The intelligent man knows that the road to greatness is paved with the stones of patience and tenacity, recognizing that the most precious fruits of life are reserved for those willing to endure the labor of their cultivation. Through this, we are taught the value of persistence in the pursuit of excellence, embodying the principle that the most profound achievements are often a testament not just to mental acuity, but to the enduring spirit of perseverance. Surrender your self-interest. Love others as much as you love yourself. Then you can be entrusted with all things under heaven. In the wisdom of Tao, to surrender your self-interest is to transcend the ego, the source of desire and conflict, and embrace the flow of the natural world. This act of letting go aligns us with the Tao, the ultimate principle governing harmony and balance. Love others as much as you love yourself extends this harmony outward, advocating for a universal compassion that erases distinctions between self and others. It is a call to recognize the interconnectedness of all beings, understanding that true fulfillment comes from the well-being of the whole, not the individual alone. By embodying these principles, you can be entrusted with all things under heaven. This means that once we align with the Tao, acting without ego and with universal love, we naturally attract trust, respect, and the capacity to lead and inspire. Such a person is seen as capable of stewarding the world, for they act in accordance with the greater good, guided by wisdom and compassion. This path of selflessness and love is the essence of true leadership and harmony with the Tao. Leadership is your ability to hide your panic from others. In the realm of wisdom, The concept of leadership transcends mere authority. It embodies the profound capacity to maintain calm amidst turmoil. Leadership is your ability to hide your panic from others. Speaks to the essence of strength and guidance, suggesting that true leaders possess the inner fortitude to confront uncertainty without succumbing to the chaos of fear. This phrase does not advocate for deceit or suppression of genuine emotion, but emphasizes the importance of presenting a stable front to those who look towards a leader for direction and hope. The act of concealing panic is not for the leader's benefit alone, but serves as a beacon of resilience, inspiring calm and confidence in the midst of adversity. It is through this poised demeanor that leaders can navigate turbulent waters, guiding their followers towards calm shores with wisdom and courage. In this light, leadership is seen not just as a role, but as a profound exercise in emotional intelligence, where the ability to manage one's fears becomes a source of strength for many. The moment truth is asserted, it becomes false. In the profound depths of Taoist wisdom, the statement "the moment truth is asserted, it becomes false" reveals the paradoxical nature of truth and our understanding of it. This statement underscores the concept that truth, in its essence, is fluid and transcends the confines of rigid assertion. When we claim to hold the absolute truth, we inadvertently confine it within the limits of our perception, language, and context, thereby distorting its inherent universality and dynamic nature. Truth, according to Taoist philosophy, is not a static entity to be captured and declared. It is an ever-evolving understanding that changes with perspective and time. This teaching encourages us to approach knowledge and truth with humility and openness, recognizing that the moment we assert possession of the truth, we risk oversimplifying its complexity, ignoring its multifaceted nature, and thus turning it into falsehood. It is a call to embrace the fluidity of reality, acknowledging that our grasp of truth is always partial and subject to growth and change. If you want to awaken all of humanity, then awaken all of yourself. If you want to eliminate the suffering in the world, then eliminate all that is negative in yourself. Truly, the greatest gift you have to give is that of your own self-transformation. In the essence of Tao, if you want to awaken all of humanity, then awaken all of yourself. If you want to eliminate the suffering in the world, then eliminate all that is negative in yourself. Reflects the interconnectedness of our inner and outer worlds. The journey to enlighten humanity begins with personal enlightenment, signifying that change on a global scale is rooted in individual transformation. To dissolve the world's suffering, one must first address and heal the darkness within oneself. This introspective path of purging negativity cultivates a reservoir of peace and positivity, radiating outward to influence others. The ultimate offering to the world is the embodiment of self-transformation, underscoring the profound impact of personal growth on collective well-being. This principle illuminates the power of individual responsibility in fostering a harmonious and enlightened society, asserting that the metamorphosis of one's inner landscape is the foundation upon which global healing can occur. When nothing is done, nothing is left undone. In the tapestry of existence, Lao Tzu presents a paradox that bewilders yet enlightens. When nothing is done, nothing is left undone. This enigmatic statement invites us to explore the essence of non-action, Wu Wei, a cornerstone of Taoist philosophy. It suggests that by aligning our actions with the natural flow of the universe, we achieve harmony and accomplish our tasks without exerting forceful effort. The first part, when nothing is done, speaks to the idea of refraining from unnecessary interference, allowing things to evolve according to their inherent nature. It is not an encouragement towards laziness, but a call to action that is in harmony with the natural order. The latter, nothing is left undone, reveals the paradoxical outcome. By practicing non-action, everything that needs to be accomplished will be in its right time and place. This wisdom teaches us the power of presence, mindfulness, and the understanding that true effectiveness often comes from the most effortless actions, guiding us to live in balance with the Tao. You cannot receive what you don't give. Outflow determines inflow. In the depths of Taoist wisdom, the phrase "you cannot receive what you don't give, outflow determines inflow" speaks to the universal law of reciprocity and balance. This principle suggests that life mirrors our actions and intentions back to us. The act of giving, whether it be love, kindness, or material support, initiates a cycle of abundance that returns to us in manifold ways. You cannot receive what you don't give underscores the necessity of active contribution to the flow of life's blessings. One cannot expect to harvest where they have not sown. The subsequent truth, outflow determines inflow, further elucidates that the nature and quantity of what we dispense into the world directly influence what we attract back into our lives. This wisdom teaches us to cultivate generosity of spirit and action, guiding us to understand that the richness of our lives is greatly enhanced not by what we accumulate, but by what we generously share with the world. Whatever is flexible and living will tend to grow. Whatever is rigid and blocked will wither and die. In the wisdom of Tao, the phrase whatever is flexible and living will tend to grow, whatever is rigid and blocked will wither and die, teaches us about the virtues of adaptability and openness. Flexibility, symbolized by the living, flowing water, represents the ability to adapt to circumstances, to bend without breaking. This quality ensures growth, as it allows for the natural progression and evolution of life, embracing change as an integral part of existence. On the contrary, rigidity is likened to the blocked, stagnant water, unable to move or adapt, eventually leading to decay. This principle highlights the inevitable decline that follows resistance to change and the refusal to evolve. Lao Tzu's wisdom encourages us to embody the fluidity of water, reminding us that in flexibility, there is life, and in rigidity, there is the path to obsolescence. Embracing change, therefore, is not merely a strategy for survival, but a pathway to flourishing and achieving harmony with the Tao. All streams flow to the sea because it is lower than they are. Humility gives it its power. Lao Tzu teaches, all streams flow to the sea because it is lower than they are. Humility gives it its power, highlighting the strength found in humility. The sea, vast and powerful, lies lower, allowing all streams to flow into it, symbolizing how embracing humility draws various forms of wisdom and resources towards oneself. This metaphor underscores the principle that true power and greatness come not from seeking to be above others, but in being receptive and open, positioning oneself to receive, nurture, and unify. Humility, thus, is the source of true strength, enabling one to gather a wealth of experiences, insights, and connections, much like the sea gathers streams. Do the difficult things while they are easy, and do the great things while they are small. Lao Tzu teaches, do the difficult things while they are easy, and do the great things while they are small, guiding us towards wisdom in action. This means addressing challenges before they grow complex, and executing grand visions by starting with modest steps. It's about the foresight to tackle tasks in their nascent stages, preventing potential obstacles from becoming insurmountable. By acting early and with intention, we align with the Taoist principle of effortless action, Wu Wei, turning the journey towards great achievements into a series of manageable, deliberate steps. It is better to do one's own duty, however defective it may be, than to follow the duty of another, however well one may perform it. He who does his duty as his own nature reveals it, never sins. Lao Tzu might say, embracing one's own path, despite its flaws, surpasses living another's perfection. This wisdom teaches that authenticity in action, guided by one's inner truth, is the essence of virtue. When one acts in harmony with their genuine nature, they align with the Tao, the natural order of the universe. Such actions, though imperfect, are devoid of error, for they are true to the self. In doing what is innately ours, we fulfill our role in the cosmos, untouched by sin, for our deeds resonate with the purity of being ourselves. Do you have the patience to wait till your mud settles and the water is clear? Can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself? Lao Tzu invites us to embrace stillness and patience, teaching that clarity and wisdom emerge from calmness. Do you have the patience to wait till your mud settles and the water is clear? Encourages us to allow life's turbulences to settle, revealing clarity and truth. Can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself? Suggests that an action, grounded in awareness and patience, naturally leads to insightful, spontaneous action. Together, these teachings advocate for a harmonious balance with life's flow, emphasizing that true understanding and appropriate action manifest in the quietude of patient waiting. There is no greater danger than underestimating your opponent. Lao Tzu teaches, there is no greater danger than underestimating your opponent, highlighting the wisdom of humility and preparedness. Underestimation stems from pride, obscuring true understanding of challenges ahead. This misjudgment not only blinds us to the strengths of others, but also to the full extent of our own capabilities. Recognizing an opponent's potential fosters respect and vigilance, crucial for overcoming obstacles. It's a call to approach life's battles with both respect for all involved and the full engagement of our abilities, ensuring we are never caught unprepared by our own arrogance. To a mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. Lao Tzu teaches, to a mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders, illustrating the profound power of inner tranquility. The mind that is still symbolizes a state of complete presence and calm, free from the turbulence of thoughts and emotions. In this clarity, one becomes attuned to the essence of all things, allowing the universe's vastness and wisdom to reveal itself. This surrender is not of defeat, but of harmony. The universe unfolds its secrets, aligning with the serene mind, showing that true understanding and peace come from within. This wisdom encourages us to cultivate stillness, unlocking the universe's infinite potential through the quietude of our being. If I had just a little bit of wisdom, I should walk the great path and fear only straying from it. Lao Tzu might say, to possess even a fragment of wisdom is to recognize the grandeur of the great path, where the true fear lies not in the journey itself, but in departing from its course. This path represents the Tao, the way of harmony and balance. Wisdom illuminates this path, guiding us towards virtue and away from the distractions that lead us astray. To walk it is to understand the essence of existence, fearing only the loss of alignment with the Tao, for it is in this alignment that peace and purpose are found. Nothing is softer or more flexible than water, yet nothing can resist it. Lao Tzu teaches, nothing is softer or more flexible than water, yet nothing can resist it, illuminating the paradox of strength and softness. Water, in its gentleness, adapts, flows around obstacles, and over time, wears away even the hardest stones. This metaphor speaks to the power of adaptability and persistence. In life, being flexible and yielding, like water, enables us to overcome challenges not through direct confrontation, but through persistence and resilience. It teaches us that true strength does not lie in rigidity, but in the capacity to adapt and persist. It is better to leave a vessel unfilled than to attempt to carry it when it is full. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, it is better to leave a vessel unfilled than to attempt to carry it when it is full, teaches the virtue of moderation and the folly of excess. An unfilled vessel symbolizes potential and flexibility, allowing space for new experiences and learning. Conversely, a full vessel represents overindulgence and the burden it brings, making it difficult to maneuver or adapt. This principle advocates for living a balanced life, emphasizing the importance of leaving room for growth, change, and the unforeseen. It reminds us that in simplicity and restraint, we find true freedom and ease. The master dwells in the substantial and not in the superficial. Rests in the essence of this teaching. The master dwells in the substantial and not in the superficial. Rests in the illuminates the pursuit of depth over surface. It suggests that true wisdom lies in valuing the essence, the real, and the meaningful, rather than being distracted by the ephemeral, the outward, or the trivial. The master, or one who is wise, focuses on what is lasting and significant, finding peace and contentment in the profound and the authentic. This depth of focus allows for a life grounded in what truly matters, fostering a serene detachment from the fleeting distractions of the external world. The value lies in the fruit and not in the flower. In the wisdom of the Tao, the value lies in the fruit and not in the flower, teaches us about the essence of true worth and fulfillment. The flower represents initial attraction and potential, a beginning full of promise and beauty. However, it is the fruit, the culmination of growth and perseverance, that holds the real value. This metaphor urges us to look beyond superficial allure, focusing instead on the substance and outcomes of our endeavors. It emphasizes the importance of patience, nurturing, and the maturity that follows a process, reminding us that the most meaningful rewards come from the journey of transformation and the realization of potential into tangible results. The best of all leaders is the one who helps people so that eventually they don't need him. In the wisdom of Tao, the best of all leaders is the one who helps people so that eventually they don't need him, embodies the highest virtue of leadership empowerment. This leader cultivates self-sufficiency within others, guiding them to their own inner strength and wisdom. By illuminating paths rather than dictating steps, he ensures that followers grow beyond the need for external guidance. Such leadership mirrors nature's way, where every being is empowered to flourish independently, embodying the Taoist principle of effortless action, wu wei, and harmonious coexistence. If we could renounce our sageness and discard our wisdom, it would be better for the people 100-fold. Lao Tzu suggests, if we could renounce our sageness and discard our wisdom, it would be better for the people 100-fold, urging us to embrace simplicity and humility. By relinquishing our hold on knowledge and cleverness, we foster a more genuine connection with others and the world. This wisdom advocates for the value of innocence and purity over intellectual pride, proposing that true enlightenment benefits all when we let go of ego and complexity. It champions the power of simplicity, guiding us to a life of harmony and unity, where the collective good is elevated above individual prowess. The soft overcomes the hard, and the weak the strong. Lao Tzu's wisdom, the soft overcomes the hard, and the weak the strong, teaches the power of gentleness and resilience over force and rigidity. The softness, akin to water's nature, illustrates how adaptability and patience can erode and influence the hardest obstacles over time. Weakness here symbolizes the strength found in humility and flexibility, which can outlast and overcome the brute force of the strong. This paradox highlights the virtue of yielding as a form of strength, encouraging us to embrace softness and weakness as paths to true power and enduring victory. Simplicity has no name and is free of desires. Being free of desires, it is tranquil, and the world will be at peace of its own accord. Simplicity has no name and is free of desires, speaks to the essence of living unburdened by the complexities and cravings that often entangle us. In simplicity, we find tranquility, as it liberates us from the tumultuous pursuit of desires that never truly satisfy. This state of being, free of desires, naturally leads to inner peace, a serenity that emanates outward, influencing the world around us. When we embody simplicity, our calm presence invites harmony, suggesting that the world will be at peace of its own accord. This peace is not enforced or contrived. It flows naturally from the way we live, showing that true tranquility and global harmony start within the individual's choice to live simply and desirelessly. The power of intuitive understanding will protect you from harm until the end of your days. Lao Tzu teaches that the power of intuitive understanding will protect you from harm until the end of your days, suggesting that deep, inner wisdom beyond mere intellect guides us safely through life's trials. Intuition, a profound connection with the Tao, offers insight not visible to the eye or mind, acting as a shield against misfortune. By cultivating and trusting this inner knowing, we navigate complexities with foresight and grace, ensuring our well-being across the span of our existence, embodying harmony with the natural world and its timeless truths. Wasting energy to obtain rare objects only impedes one's growth. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, wasting energy to obtain rare objects only impedes one's growth, teaches the folly of external pursuits. The chase for rarity diverts us from true essence, where real value resides within simplicity and inner peace. Such pursuits drain vitality, focusing our energies outward on the ephemeral, thus hindering our spiritual and personal development. True growth emerges not from accumulation, but through shedding unnecessary desires, fostering a return to our natural state of being, where contentment and simplicity guide our way. To avoid disappointment, know what is sufficient. To avoid trouble, know when to stop. If you are able to do this, you will last a long time. Lao Tzu teaches that wisdom lies in recognizing contentment and limits. To avoid disappointment, know what is sufficient, means understanding and accepting enough, curbing endless desires. To avoid trouble, know when to stop, advises us to recognize our boundaries before overreaching leads to downfall. Mastery of these principles ensures longevity. This wisdom encourages us to cultivate self-awareness and moderation, key to navigating life's complexities with grace and endurance, fostering a balanced existence, free from the pitfalls of excess and dissatisfaction. Act without expectation. Act without expectation is a call to embody selflessness and mindfulness in our actions. Lao Tzu teaches us that when we act not for reward or recognition, but from a place of pure intent, we align with the Tao, the natural flow of the universe. This principle urges us to release our attachment to outcomes, freeing us from the bonds of desire and disappointment. By acting without expecting a specific result, we cultivate inner peace and true contentment, embracing the journey itself as the reward. This wisdom encourages us to live authentically, fostering a life of harmony and balance. Respond intelligently even to unintelligent treatment. Lao Tzu would counsel, respond intelligently even to unintelligent treatment, to embody wisdom in adversity. This teaches us the virtue of equanimity and understanding in the face of ignorance or malice. Intelligence here is not mere intellect, but the application of compassion, patience, and discernment. It means rising above provocation, recognizing that our response defines us more than any external slight. This guidance urges us to mirror not the treatment we receive, but the integrity we uphold, transforming conflict into opportunities for growth and understanding. Indwelling, live close to the ground. Indwelling, live close to the ground, teaches the virtue of simplicity and humility in life. To live close to the ground is to embrace a life unburdened by excess and complexity, finding contentment in the fundamental and the natural. This guidance encourages us to root our lives in what is essential, avoiding the pitfalls of materialism and the constant seeking of elevation beyond our needs. By staying grounded, we remain connected to the earth and our true selves, fostering a sense of peace, stability, and resilience against the tempests of desire and ambition. This wisdom advocates for a harmonious existence, where simplicity leads to profound satisfaction and well-being. In thinking, keep to the simple. In thinking, keep to the simple, teaches the virtue of clarity and simplicity in our mental processes. This wisdom advises us to strip away the unnecessary complexities that cloud our judgment and understanding. By adhering to simplicity, we align with the Taoist principle of effortless action, Wu Wei, enabling us to perceive the essence of things without the distortion of excessive analysis or overthinking. Simplifying our thoughts allows us to navigate life's challenges with grace and ease, fostering a state of peace and harmony within and with the world around us. In conflict, be fair and generous. In the wisdom of Tao, in conflict, be fair and generous, guides us to transcend the immediate urge for victory. Being fair invites us to uphold justice and equality, acknowledging each perspective with empathy. Generous goes beyond, suggesting we offer kindness and understanding, even when it's not owed. This approach transforms conflict from a battleground to a space for growth and connection. It teaches that true strength lies not in overpowering others, but in fostering harmony and mutual respect, embodying the essence of balance and compassion in our interactions. In governing, don't try to control. In Lao Tzu's wisdom, in governing, don't try to control, reveals a profound truth about leadership and freedom. This teaches that true governance lies not in imposing control, but in fostering autonomy. To control is to constrict, creating resistance and stifling growth. Instead, guiding with a light touch, like water nurturing plants, allows for natural progression and harmony. Leaders should inspire and empower, enabling people to find their own way. This approach cultivates a society of responsibility, creativity, and peace, embodying the Taoist principle of effortless action, Wu Wei, where the greatest influence is achieved through non-interference, allowing the natural order to flourish. In work, do what you enjoy. In work, do what you enjoy, encapsulates the Taoist philosophy of aligning action with inner nature. This wisdom suggests that when one's labor mirrors their passion, work transcends obligation, becoming an expression of joy and fulfillment. It emphasizes the harmony between being and doing, where effort is infused with enthusiasm, making tasks feel less burdensome. This alignment fosters a life of contentment and peace, as the distinction between work and play blurs. By following what genuinely resonates with our hearts, we embody the Tao, living in effortless flow with the universe. In family life, be completely present. In family life, be completely present teaches the essence of mindfulness and connection. To be completely present means to fully engage with our loved ones, setting aside distractions of the mind and the digital world. It's about listening deeply, not just to words, but to the silences and emotions between them. This presence cultivates a rich soil for relationships to grow, fostering understanding, empathy, and love in the chaos of life. This simple yet profound practice transforms family moments into cherished memories, strengthening bonds in the fleeting dance of time. Stop leaving and you will arrive. Stop searching and you will see. Stop running away and you will be found. Stop leaving and you will arrive teaches the wisdom of presence, suggesting that true destination is found not in constant movement, but in stillness. Stop searching and you will see implies that clarity emerges not from relentless questing, but from quiet contemplation. Finally, stop running away and you will be found reveals that we discover our true selves not by evasion, but by facing our realities. Together, these phrases encourage embracing the moment, finding peace within, and recognizing that enlightenment and understanding come through letting go of ceaseless striving. In the end, the treasure of life is missed by those who hold on and gained by those who let go. Lao Tzu might say, in the end, life's treasure eludes those who clutch tightly, for they are blinded by fear and desire, mistaking possession for peace. Yet, it is embraced by those who release their grasp, understanding that true abundance flows from freedom and acceptance. Holding on constrains the spirit, whereas letting go liberates it, allowing the essence of life, a treasure beyond measure, to reveal itself. Thus, the wisdom of surrender becomes the path to profound riches, teaching us that in the art of releasing, we truly gain. Just remain in the center, watching, and then forget that you are there. Lao Tzu teaches, just remain in the center, watching, and then forget that you are there, to embody living fully in the present while detaching from the ego. Remaining in the center symbolizes balance and equanimity amidst life's chaos. Watching encourages mindful awareness, observing without judgment. Finally, forget that you are there speaks to transcending the self, letting go of ego and identity to merge with the flow of life. It's a profound call to be present and selfless, embracing the essence of existence without attachment. There is a time to live and a time to die, but never to reject the moment. In the tapestry of existence, there is a time to live and a time to die acknowledges life's inherent cycles, embracing the natural flow from birth to death as integral to the Tao. Yet, never to reject the moment implores us to accept each instant fully, without resistance or fear. This wisdom teaches that true harmony lies in experiencing the present wholly, irrespective of life's phase. It's a call to value now, for in acceptance, we find peace, transcending the duality of life and death, and embodying the eternal Tao. Because of a great love, one is courageous. Because of a great love, one is courageous, conveys that profound affection empowers us to transcend our fears. Great love, in its essence, ignites the heart's bravery, enabling one to face daunting challenges and endure hardships. This love could be for another person, a cause, or a pursuit that stirs the soul deeply. It transforms fear into fortitude, as the power of love outweighs the apprehension of risk, loss, or failure. Thus, love becomes the catalyst for courage, driving us to act beyond our perceived limits, revealing that at the core of true bravery lies a deep, unwavering love. A scholar who cherishes the love of comfort is not fit to be deemed a scholar. Lao Tzu might say, a scholar who cherishes the love of comfort clings to the shore, never daring to explore the vast ocean of knowledge. Such a one is anchored by complacency, mistaking the familiar for the entirety of wisdom. True scholars are those who embrace discomfort as a pathway to enlightenment, understanding that growth resides not in the safety of the known, but in the challenges of the unknown. To be deemed a scholar, one must venture beyond comfort, for it is in the realm of challenge and uncertainty that true learning flourishes. One who is too insistent on his own views finds few to agree with him. In the wisdom of Tao, this phrase teaches humility and openness. One who is too insistent on his own views embodies rigidity, a mind closed to the infinite nuances of existence. Such insistence not only isolates but blinds one to the vast spectrum of understanding and perspective. It's in the yielding, the listening, where true wisdom flourishes. Finds few to agree with him reflects the natural consequence of inflexibility, isolation. Harmony is found in dialogue, in the gentle exchange of ideas, not in the fortress of singular views. This teaches us the value of openness and the strength in vulnerability. Take care with the end as you do with the beginning. Lao Tzu teaches that in life's journey, both the end and the beginning hold equal importance. Take care with the end as you do with the beginning illuminates the principle of mindfulness throughout all phases of an endeavor. Just as the start is approached with intention and care, signaling the birth of an idea or action, the conclusion too deserves deliberate attention, for it shapes the legacy and impacts of our actions. This wisdom urges us to on each step with equal respect and thoughtfulness, ensuring that every part of our journey is approached with conscientiousness and integrity, thus fostering a harmonious cycle of beginnings and endings that reflect our deepest intentions and values. When there is no desire, all things are at peace. Lao Tzu teaches, when there is no desire, all things are at peace, revealing a profound truth about the nature of contentment and harmony. Desire, in this context, is the root of unrest and turmoil, driving endless pursuits that disturb our inner and outer world. By relinquishing these desires, we align with the Tao, the natural way of the universe, where every being exists in its rightful state, undisturbed and free. This absence of craving brings about a tranquility that permeates all aspects of life, suggesting that true peace is found not in fulfillment from external sources, but in the serenity of desirelessness. Whoever talks a lot often fails. Whoever talks a lot often fails reflects the wisdom that in excessive speech, one's intent and focus may dissipate. Speaking much can lead to promises not kept or plans not followed through, as the energy that could be directed into action is instead lost in words. This teaches the value of restraint and purposeful silence. By speaking less, we conserve energy for action, ensuring our words have weight and our deeds impact. It's a reminder that true strength lies in thoughtful action rather than abundant words, guiding us towards efficiency and integrity in our endeavors. Perfect kindness acts without thinking of kindness. In the profound wisdom of Tao, the phrase perfect kindness acts without thinking of kindness reveals the essence of true benevolence. This statement embodies the Taoist ideal of wu wei, or effortless action, suggesting that the highest form of kindness is innate, spontaneous, and uncalculated. It transcends the duality of giver and receiver, flowing naturally without anticipation of reward or acknowledgement. This perfect kindness is not a deliberate effort or a conscious choice, but an authentic expression of one's true nature. It suggests that when kindness is deeply embedded within us, it manifests effortlessly in our actions, without the need for deliberate intention or the desire for recognition. Such purity of action aligns with the Taoist pursuit of harmony with the Tao, where actions are in perfect resonance with the universal order, and benevolence is as natural as breathing. Thus, to embody perfect kindness is to act with genuine compassion and empathy, guided not by the mind's calculations, but by the heart's true inclination towards benevolence. Truly, only those who see illness as illness can avoid illness. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, the saying truly, only those who see illness as illness can avoid illness, speaks to the profound understanding of awareness and prevention. At its core, this statement illuminates the concept that recognizing vulnerabilities or potential harm in our lives is the first step towards safeguarding ourselves against them. To see illness as illness means to have the discernment to acknowledge not just physical ailments, but also the disturbances in our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. It is this awareness that enables us to take proactive measures to maintain balance and harmony within ourselves. By understanding the nature of our afflictions, we can cultivate practices whether they be in the form of meditation, healthy living, or emotional healing, that prevent these disturbances from taking root. Thus, Lao Tzu teaches us that the essence of wellness lies not in the mere absence of disease, but in the conscious effort to maintain equilibrium through the wisdom of foresight and the power of awareness. Let your workings remain a mystery. Just show people the results. In the serene wisdom of Tao, the teaching "let your workings remain a mystery, just show people the results" speaks to the virtue of humility and the power of subtlety in action. This guidance encourages us to focus on the essence of our endeavors rather than the spectacle of our efforts. The workings symbolize the process, the intricate steps, and the silent dedication behind any achievement. By keeping these aspects hidden, we embody the Taoist principle of effortless action, Wu Wei, where true mastery is achieved without ostentation or the desire for recognition. The results stand as the manifestation of our labors, the tangible outcomes that speak for themselves. This philosophy teaches us that the highest form of achievement is one that does not seek applause but garners respect and admiration through the quiet power of its presence. In doing so, we align with the natural flow of the Tao, achieving greatness through simplicity and letting the fruits of our actions reveal their own worth. If you search everywhere, yet cannot find what you are seeking, it is because what you seek is already in your possession. In the serene wisdom of Tao, there lies a profound truth. If you search everywhere, yet cannot find what you are seeking, it is because what you seek is already in your possession. This teaches us about the nature of desire and the journey of self-discovery. Often, we venture far and wide in pursuit of fulfillment, looking for answers, happiness, or enlightenment in the external world. Yet, this endless quest overlooks a fundamental reality. That which we most deeply seek is intrinsic to our very being. The search everywhere represents our external quests, the myriad paths we tread in the external world, hoping to find completion. However, the revelation that what you seek is already in your possession unveils the truth that fulfillment, peace, and wisdom do not lie beyond, but within us. It encourages a shift from outward seeking to inward reflection, suggesting that by turning our gaze inward, we discover the essence of what we truly seek, a realization that what we need has been within us all along. This principle guides us to cultivate inner awareness and embrace the journey towards self-realization, revealing that the treasure we seek is the recognition of our inherent wholeness and connection to the Tao. If you want everything, you first have to give everything up. In the profound teachings of Tao, Lao Tzu offers a paradoxical wisdom. If you want everything, you first have to give everything up. This statement invites us to explore the essence of desire and attachment, and their role in our quest for fulfillment. To want everything speaks to the human condition of endless craving, the insatiable longing for more. Yet, the path to true abundance, as Lao Tzu suggests, requires a counterintuitive surrender, to give everything up. This is not a call to relinquish our dreams, but rather an invitation to release our grip on preconceived outcomes, on the material possessions and ego-driven goals that we mistakenly believe will bring us contentment. By letting go, we open ourselves to the flow of life, making room for serenity, for the richness of experience that arises not from having more, but from being more deeply connected to the world and to ourselves. In this detachment lies the key to unlocking the fullness of life, a profound paradox where relinquishing control leads to gaining everything that truly matters. Perfection is the willingness to be imperfect. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, the same perfection is the willingness to be imperfect unfolds a profound truth about the nature of existence and the path to true harmony. This paradoxical statement reveals that the quest for perfection, often seen as the eradication of flaws, misses the fundamental beauty of embracing our imperfections. The perfection mentioned here is not a state of flawlessness, but a mindset that accepts and integrates imperfection as an integral part of growth and being. It suggests that the willingness to acknowledge and embrace our vulnerabilities, mistakes, and limitations is, in fact, the highest form of perfection attainable by humans. This perspective fosters resilience, compassion, and a deeper connection to the fluid and evolving nature of life. By accepting the impermanent and imperfect nature of everything, including ourselves, we align more closely with the Tao, the way of the universe, which is marked by a constant state of change and transformation. Thus, true perfection lies not in the absence of imperfection, but in our openness to it, guiding us towards a more authentic, grounded, and fulfilling existence. In order to eliminate the negative influences, simply ignore them. In the wisdom of Tao, it is understood that the energy we give to our thoughts and surroundings shapes our reality. In order to eliminate the negative influences, simply ignore them, speaks to the profound practice of selective focus. By choosing to ignore negative influences, we do not feed them with our energy or attention. This act is not one of passive neglect, but a conscious decision to not allow these influences to take root in our consciousness. The logic unfolds in recognizing that whatever we focus on expands. Thus, by directing our attention away from the negative and towards the positive, we cultivate a space where positivity can flourish. This principle echoes the Taoist ideal of effortless action, Wu Wei, suggesting that sometimes the most effective action is non-action. By ignoring negativity, we starve it of its power over us, fostering an environment where only what is truly aligned with our well-being can thrive. This teaching encourages us to be mindful of where we allocate our attention, reminding us that our focus is a tool for shaping our experience of life. Excellent warriors are not violent. In the profound wisdom of Tao, excellent warriors are not violent, unveils a paradox that transcends the conventional understanding of strength and combat. This axiom embodies the principle that true mastery in the art of war lies not in the eagerness to engage in battle, nor in the display of sheer physical force, but in the cultivation of inner strength, strategic acumen, and the pursuit of harmony. The excellent warrior symbolizes an individual who embodies wisdom, restraint, and discernment, understanding that true victory is achieved not through the infliction of violence, but through the prevention of conflict and the resolution of discord with minimal harm. Such a warrior excels in the art of patience, foresight, and compassion, wielding these qualities as their most potent weapons. This teaching encourages us to reconsider our perceptions of power and success, advocating for a path that values peace over conquest and wisdom over force, reflecting the profound Taoist appreciation for living in harmony with the Tao, the fundamental nature of all things. The world is won by those who let it go. In the tapestry of life, Lao Tzu's wisdom, "The world is won by those who let it go," serves as a profound guiding principle. This paradoxical statement unveils the essence of true mastery over one's existence and ambitions. To win the world is not to grasp it tightly with hands of desire or to control its myriad elements with force. Instead, victory comes through the art of surrender, the act of releasing our tight grip on expectations, outcomes, and the illusion of control. By letting go, we align ourselves with the Tao, the natural flow of the universe, which operates beyond our limited perceptions and desires. This relinquishment is not a sign of defeat, but a powerful stance of trust and openness to life's infinite possibilities. In doing so, we gain what seems paradoxical. By releasing, we receive. By surrendering, we achieve true control. This wisdom teaches that in the delicate balance of holding on and letting go, true harmony and success are found. Solve it before it happens. Order it before chaos emerges. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, solve it before it happens. Order it before chaos emerges, encapsulates the principle of proactive harmony and the foresight of balance. The first part, solve it before it happens, advocates for the anticipatory resolution of conflicts, suggesting that the seed of discord can be addressed before it sprouts into turmoil. This is a call to cultivate awareness and understanding, enabling one to foresee and mitigate potential disturbances in their nascent stage. The subsequent phrase, order it before chaos emerges, further emphasizes the importance of establishing equilibrium and harmony before disarray takes root. This wisdom teaches us the value of maintaining balance in our lives, relationships, and environments, encouraging us to act with intention and foresight. By embracing this proactive approach, we align ourselves with the Tao, navigating life's complexities with grace, and ensuring a state of tranquility amidst the ever-changing dynamics of existence. Loss is not as bad as wanting more. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, the phrase "loss is not as bad as wanting more" encapsulates a profound understanding of human nature and the source of our suffering. Loss, a condition often met with sorrow, is depicted not as the greatest of our troubles. Instead, it is the insatiable craving for more that leads to deeper discontent. This craving signifies an endless pursuit, a cycle where satisfaction remains elusive because desires are limitless. The logic behind valuing loss over greed lies in the acceptance and peace that come from letting go. Loss teaches us to appreciate what we have, to live in harmony with the natural flow of life, where things come and go. It is in this acceptance and detachment from the constant yearning for more that true contentment and freedom are found. Through this teaching, Lao Tzu guides us to find richness in simplicity and to seek fulfillment in the present moment, rather than in the endless pursuit of what might be. One who believes in himself has no need to convince others. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, the saying "one who believes in himself has no need to convince others" illuminates the virtue of self-assurance and the futility of seeking external validation. This belief in oneself is not mere confidence, but a deep-rooted understanding and acceptance of one's path, abilities, and worth, independent of others' opinions or approval. Such a person stands in harmony with their nature, embodying the Taoist principle of following one's true path with effortless grace. The need to convince others arises from a place of insecurity and a desire for external affirmation, which are unnecessary for those who are truly aligned with their inner Tao. This alignment brings about a tranquility and self-sufficiency that render the approval of others redundant. Lao Tzu's wisdom here teaches us the power of self-belief and the liberation that comes from detaching our sense of worth from the judgments of the external world, urging us to find peace and strength within ourselves. The value of teaching without words and accomplishing without action is understood by few in the world. In the profound wisdom of Tao, Lao Tzu highlights a subtle, yet powerful principle. The value of teaching without words and accomplishing without action is understood by few in the world. This teaching delves into the art of influence and transformation through subtlety and presence, rather than overt declarations or forceful interventions. Teaching without words suggests the profound impact of leading by example, where lessons are imparted not through lectures, but through the silent eloquence of one's actions and being. It's a reminder that the deepest truths are often communicated beyond the confines of language, resonating through the essence of our conduct and the energy we embody. Similarly, accomplishing without action encapsulates the Taoist concept of wu wei, or effortless action. This is not about inaction, but about aligning with the natural flow of events so perfectly that our actions seem seamless, almost invisible, yet profoundly effective. It speaks to the power of subtlety, suggesting that the most significant achievements are often the result of a harmonious balance with the Tao, allowing things to unfold in their natural rhythm. This wisdom invites us to reconsider the nature of influence and accomplishment, recognizing that true mastery lies in the unseen, the unspoken, and the effortless. The more he does for others, the happier he is. The more he gives to others, the wealthier he is. In the profound wisdom of the Tao, the essence of true happiness and wealth is captured in the act of selfless giving and doing for others. The more he does for others, the happier he is, reflects the understanding that joy is not derived from accumulation or self-serving actions, but from the fulfillment that comes from contributing to the well-being of others. This is a testament to the interconnectedness of all beings, where one's happiness is intrinsically linked to the happiness of the community. The more he gives to others, the wealthier he is, transcends the materialistic view of wealth, suggesting that true richness is found in generosity and the sharing of one's resources, time, and energy. This wealth is not depleted by giving. Rather, it multiplies, enriching the giver's spirit and fostering a sense of abundance that transcends physical possessions. Through this wisdom, Lao Tzu invites us to discover the inexhaustible treasure of kindness, revealing that in the act of giving, we unlock the deepest reservoirs of happiness and wealth. Those who seek knowledge collect something every day. Those who seek the way let go of something every day. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, the phrase "those who seek knowledge collect something every day, those who seek the way let go of something every day" serves as a profound reflection on the paths of accumulation and relinquishment. Seeking knowledge, in its myriad forms, involves the daily accumulation of facts, ideas, and understandings, a process akin to gathering external treasures that enrich the mind. It is a journey outward into the vastness of the material and intellectual world, where each discovery adds another piece to the puzzle of existence. Conversely, those who seek the way, the Tao, embark on a journey inward, where the goal is not to amass, but to simplify, to strip away the superfluous and the transient. This process of daily letting go is an act of purification, a deliberate release of attachments, prejudices, and preconceptions that cloud the soul. It is a path towards achieving harmony with the essence of all things, where the relinquishment of the extraneous reveals the purity and simplicity at the heart of true understanding. Thus, Lao Tzu illuminates two divergent paths of human endeavor, one outward, seeking to envelop the world through knowledge, and the other inward, seeking to embrace the Tao through the wisdom of detachment and the liberation of the self from the confines of the material. The past has no power to stop you from being present now. Only your grievance about the past can do that. What is grievance? The baggage of old thought and emotion. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, understanding the nature of time and emotion is key to liberation. The past has no power to stop you from being present now suggests that the past, by itself, holds no sway over our current state of being. It is merely a series of events that have already unfolded, incapable of exerting influence on the present moment. The true impediment to our presence in the now is your grievance about the past, which signifies the mental and emotional attachments we harbor towards what has transpired. These grievances are the baggage of old thought and emotion, a collection of unresolved feelings and entrenched beliefs that we carry with us. They cloud our perception and hinder our ability to fully engage with the present. Lao Tzu teaches that by releasing these grievances, by letting go of this baggage, we free ourselves to experience the richness of the present moment. It is in this release that we find the path to true peace and enlightenment, living fully in the here and now, unencumbered by the shadows of the past. The wise stand out because they see themselves as part of the whole. They shine because they don't want to impress. They achieve great things because they don't look for recognition. Their wisdom is contained in what they are, not their opinions. They refuse to argue, so no one argues with them. In the essence of Tao, the sage teaches that true wisdom and virtue do not seek the spotlight, yet inevitably capture it. The wise stand out because they see themselves as part of the whole, underscores a profound humility and interconnectedness with all things, devoid of ego's separation. This unity bestows a natural radiance upon the wise, for they shine because they don't want to impress, illustrating that genuine brilliance is a byproduct of authenticity, not a pursuit of validation. Their accomplishments are vast. They achieve great things because they don't look for recognition. Their actions are motivated by the intrinsic value of their deeds, rather than the fleeting allure of accolades. Their wisdom is contained in what they are, not their opinions, indicating that true wisdom is manifested through being, rather than through the transient realm of words. By eschewing contention, they refuse to argue, so no one argues with them. The wise person cultivates peace and harmony, embodying the Taoist principle of effortless action, Wu Wei. In embodying these virtues, the wise person becomes a beacon of light, guiding others not by coercion, but through the powerful, silent testimony of their life. Have patience. Wait until the mud settles and the water is clear. Remain unmoving until right action arises by itself. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, have patience. Wait until the mud settles and the water is clear. Remain unmoving until right action arises by itself. We find a profound teaching on the virtue of patience and the power of clarity. This guidance advises us to allow the turbulence of our circumstances, symbolized by the stirred mud, to naturally settle, revealing the clarity of water beneath. It's an allegory for life's chaos and the confusion that often clouds our judgment. By advising patience, Lao Tzu suggests we give ourselves the space for our thoughts and emotions to calm, akin to waiting for the mud to settle. In this state of tranquility and clear vision, the right action, or the appropriate response to any situation, emerges effortlessly. It underscores the importance of not forcing decisions in haste, but rather waiting for intuitive knowledge to illuminate the path forward. This teaching encourages us to trust in the natural flow of life, recognizing that clarity and insight develop in stillness, leading to actions that are in harmony with the Tao, the natural order of the universe. Music in the soul can be heard by the universe. In the profound stillness of the Tao, the same music in the soul can be heard by the universe, speaks to the harmonious connection between the individual essence and the cosmic expanse. The music in the soul represents the innermost vibrations of one's being, the unique melody of thoughts, emotions, and spirit that each of us carries. It symbolizes the personal truths and the deep, often unspoken desires that resonate within us. This music, though silent to the human ear, is a powerful force, a language beyond words that communicates the essence of who we are to the cosmos. The universe in this context is not just the physical expanse of stars and galaxies, but a metaphor for the vastness of all existence, the interconnected web of life that binds all beings. When it is said that this music can be heard by the universe, it implies that the personal and the universal are not separate. Our deepest vibrations find resonance in the fabric of reality itself. This connection suggests that the universe is attentive to our innermost being, responding to our intentions, desires, and the truth of our souls. Through this wisdom, Lao Tzu teaches us that by harmonizing our inner music with the rhythms of the cosmos, we align ourselves with the natural flow of life, enabling a profound communion with the universe and unlocking the potential for immense transformation and understanding. To know that you do not know is the best. To pretend to know when you do not know is a disease. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, Lao Tzu offers a profound insight. To know that you do not know is the best. To pretend to know when you do not know is a disease. This teaching navigates the virtue of humility and the peril of ignorance. Acknowledging our limitations, the gaps in our understanding, is the foundation of true knowledge and wisdom. It's a sign of strength, an invitation to grow and learn. This state of not knowing is fertile ground for inquiry, exploration, and the expansion of one's horizon. Conversely, feigning knowledge is a self-inflicted malady, a barrier to personal growth and enlightenment. It breeds complacency, closes doors to learning, and hampers genuine connection with others and the world. Lao Tzu's words urge us to embrace the humility of recognizing our ignorance, thereby opening ourselves to the path of continuous learning and self-improvement. This approach fosters a life of authenticity, wisdom, and profound understanding. The best of all teachers is the one who helps people so that eventually they don't need him. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, the essence of true guidance lies not in creating dependence, but in fostering independence. The best of all teachers is the one who helps people so that eventually they don't need him. Speaks to the highest virtue of teaching, empowerment. The mark of such a teacher is not to bind students to his wisdom, but to unlock their own. This teaching transcends the mere transfer of knowledge. It is about igniting the inner spark of understanding and capability within each individual. The ultimate goal is for the students to internalize the lessons so deeply that they become self-sufficient, navigating their path with confidence and insight. This principle embodies the Taoist ideal of effortless action, Wu Wei, where the greatest influence is achieved by enabling others to discover their own strength and wisdom. Thus, the most profound teaching is one that renders itself obsolete, as the student transcends the need for external guidance, embodying the lessons learned. What has no substance can penetrate what has no opening. In the profound wisdom of Tao, what has no substance can penetrate what has no opening reveals the paradoxical nature of reality and the power of the intangible. This phrase speaks to the ineffable qualities of life, such as thoughts, emotions, and the spirit, which, despite lacking physical form, exert a profound influence upon the tangible world. The no substance represents the ethereal, the unseen forces that move through our lives and shape our existence in ways that physical strength cannot. It suggests that the most impactful forces are those that flow freely, unbounded by physical constraints. Meanwhile, what has no opening symbolizes the seemingly impenetrable aspects of our lives and the universe, those challenges or truths that appear closed off to us. This teaching guides us to understand that it is through the softness, flexibility, and resilience of the non-material like wisdom, love, and determination that we can access and influence the most intransigent, closed parts of our world and ourselves. Thus, Lao Tzu enlightens us to the power of the intangible to transform the tangible, encouraging a deeper reflection on the essence of influence and change. By letting it go, it all gets done. The world is won by those who let it go. But when you try and try, the world is beyond the winning. In the serene wisdom of Tao, by letting it go, it all gets done, teaches the power of surrender, not as defeat, but as an enlightened form of engagement with life. This paradox reveals that in releasing our tight grip on how things must be, we align with the natural flow, allowing tasks to unfold in their own time and way. The world is won by those who let it go, speaks to the victory of achieving harmony and peace within, transcending the need to control outcomes. It suggests that true mastery and success come from trust in the process, rather than forceful effort. Conversely, but when you try and try, the world is beyond the winning, illustrates the futility of excessive striving. This relentless effort creates resistance, distancing us from our goals. Lao Tzu's wisdom invites us to embrace effortlessness, teaching that in the art of letting go, we attain not just our desires, but peace, a victory far surpassing conventional success. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Lao Tzu's wisdom. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you, speaks volumes about the art of living. The first part, be content with what you have, urges us to embrace simplicity and find satisfaction in our current possessions, resisting the endless pursuit of more. Rejoice in the way things are encourages acceptance of life's unfolding, finding joy not in altering our circumstances, but in appreciating them as they are. This contentment and acceptance reveal a profound truth. The sensation of lack or desire stems from our perceptions, not our possessions. When we understand that our needs are met and our happiness does not hinge on external acquisitions, we attain a state of completeness. In this realization, the whole world belongs to you, symbolizes a liberation from desire, a boundless freedom where everything is within reach, not through possession, but through the peace of knowing we are whole as we are. This philosophy teaches that true wealth comes from within, in recognizing the abundance of the present moment and the sufficiency of what we already possess. Ordinary men hate solitude, but the master makes use of it, embracing his aloneness, realizing he is one with the whole universe. In the tranquil depths of solitude, where ordinary men find discomfort, the master discovers profound peace and wisdom. Ordinary men hate solitude reflects the common aversion to being alone, stemming from fear or unease in facing one's true self, unmasked by the distractions of the world. Solitude, for many, is a mirror too revealing. Yet, the master makes use of it, embracing his aloneness, signifies a sage's ability to transform solitude into a powerful tool for introspection and growth. In the silence of seclusion, the master finds a profound connection, realizing he is one with the whole universe. This realization is not born of intellectual understanding, but of a deep, experiential awareness that in the quietude of solitude, the boundaries between the self and the cosmos dissolve. Through solitude, the master discovers unity with all existence, turning aloneness into a state of oneness, where true wisdom and peace reside. This teaches us that embracing solitude can lead to a profound understanding of our place in the universe, transforming isolation into a source of strength and connection. Make your heart like a lake, with calm, still surface, and great depths of kindness. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, make your heart like a lake, with calm, still surface, and great depths of kindness, serves as a profound directive for cultivating inner peace and boundless compassion. The imagery of a lake with a calm, still surface symbolizes a state of tranquility and serenity within one's being, suggesting that one should strive to maintain composure and peace amidst life's tumultuous waves. This tranquility is not merely superficial, but is supported by great depths of kindness, indicating that true calmness stems from a deep, abiding sense of compassion and empathy towards all beings. Such depth of kindness ensures that our interactions are marked by gentleness, understanding, and a willingness to support others without judgment. This teaching encourages us to cultivate an inner sanctuary of peace that reflects outwardly in our actions, promoting harmony and connection in our relationships and the world at large. In embodying this principle, we become a source of refuge and healing, like a serene lake that nourishes all life around it. Observe how endings become beginnings. In the tapestry of existence, Lao Tzu would muse, observe how endings become beginnings, encapsulating the perpetual cycle of life's ebb and flow. This wisdom invites us to witness the transformation inherent in all terminations, recognizing that every conclusion is simultaneously the dawn of a new chapter. Endings, often raped in the guise of loss or finality, harbor the seeds of renewal and opportunity. It is a call to embrace the natural order, where the demise of one state is but the precursor to the birth of another. This perspective fosters resilience and hope, encouraging us to navigate life's transitions with grace and awareness. By observing this cycle, we learn that nothing is static. Life's only constant is change itself. Thus, in every ending, there lies an invitation to begin anew, to evolve, and to embrace the unfolding journey with open arms and an open heart. Throw away profit and greed, and there won't be any thieves. In the depth of Taoist philosophy, throw away profit and greed, and there won't be any thieves, is a profound reflection on the root causes of societal discord. This teaching suggests that the essence of theft is not inherent in the act itself, but in the desires that fuel it. Profit and greed, as manifestations of deep-seated cravings, distort human values and relationships, creating a world where individuals are driven to take what is not freely given. By discarding these desires, we address the very impulse that leads to theft. This does not merely mean the physical act of stealing, but also the subtler forms of taking advantage of others. Lao Tzu invites us to envision a society where, by relinquishing attachment to material gain and selfish ambitions, we cultivate a collective ethos of contentment, generosity, and trust. In such a world, the motivation for theft dissolves, revealing a harmonious existence grounded in mutual respect and the shared abundance of simplicity. This wisdom urges us to look beyond the superficial solutions to social issues, encouraging a transformation of the heart and mind towards a more equitable and peaceful society. Those who understand others are clever. Those who understand themselves are wise. In the tapestry of life, understanding others is a skill, likened to the cleverness that navigates the complex maze of human interactions. It is a valuable trait, allowing one to foresee actions, react with precision, and coexist harmoniously within society. This external focus, however, is but one facet of true knowledge. Lao Tzu suggests a deeper, more profound form of understanding in those who understand themselves are wise. This introspective journey to self-awareness is the essence of wisdom. It transcends mere cleverness by fostering a connection with one's inner self, revealing the universal truths that bind us all. Wisdom is the light that illuminates the path to enlightenment, guiding us through life's vicissitudes with equanimity and grace. In recognizing our own nature, we unlock the door to understanding the world around us, embodying the profound balance of Tao. Thus, while cleverness may win the day, wisdom enlightens a lifetime. If you correct your mind, the rest of your life will fall into place. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, if you correct your mind, the rest of your life will fall into place, speaks to the foundational principle that harmony within one's own mind is the precursor to harmony in one's external life. The correct your mind portion underscores the importance of cultivating inner peace, clarity, and right thinking. It implies that by aligning our thoughts with virtues of simplicity, patience, and compassion, we pave the way for a life that reflects these qualities. This internal alignment acts as a compass, guiding our decisions, actions, and interactions, thereby shaping our reality. The rest of your life will fall into place suggests that once our internal state is ordered and serene, our external circumstances will naturally follow suit, aligning with our inner tranquility. This teaching emphasizes the power of the mind in creating our world, urging us to start with ourselves as the source of change and harmony in our lives. Life and death are one thread, the same line viewed from different sides. In the tapestry of existence, life and death are one thread, the same line viewed from different sides, speaks to the profound interconnectedness and continuum of life cycle. This thread is the unbroken sequence of existence, where life and death are not opposing forces, but complementary aspects of the same reality, experienced from different perspectives. Life, with its vibrancy and growth, is visible to us as the forefront of existence, while death, often perceived as the cessation, is merely another phase, integral and inseparable from life itself. This duality is akin to the two faces of a coin, each giving meaning and context to the other. By understanding that life and death are intertwined, we gain a deeper acceptance of the natural flow of existence, embracing each moment with a fuller appreciation and a more profound sense of peace. Recognizing the cyclical nature of all that is, this wisdom encourages us to live fully, with an awareness that in the grand design, birth and demise are but points along the same continuing journey of the spirit. Love is a decision, not an emotion. In the wisdom of the Tao, the profound statement, "Love is a decision, not an emotion," speaks to the nature of love as a deliberate act of will, rather than a mere feeling that ebbs and flows with the tides of circumstance. Emotions are transient, like the surface ripples on a vast ocean, influenced by the winds of our daily experiences and perceptions. However, true love, in its deepest essence, is a decision, a steadfast commitment to cherish, to hold and esteem, and to act with kindness and compassion, regardless of the changing landscapes of our emotional world. This perspective invites us to view love as a conscious choice, an ongoing dedication to the well-being of another, transcending the fleeting nature of emotions. It underscores the power we possess to cultivate and sustain love through our actions and choices, embodying the principle that love, in its highest form, is an act of volition, an enduring testament to the strength of the human spirit to connect, nurture, and transcend. For the wise man looks into space, and he knows there is no limited dimensions. In the vast canvas of existence, Lao Tzu's wisdom, for the wise man looks into space, and he knows there is no limited dimensions, unfolds a profound truth about the nature of reality and perception. This insight transcends the physical, urging us to contemplate the infinite possibilities that lie beyond our immediate sensory experiences. The wise man's gaze into space symbolizes an exploration beyond the tangible, into realms of thought, potential, and the boundless nature of the universe. It's an invitation to recognize that our understanding and experiences are not confined by the physical dimensions of space and time that we navigate daily. Instead, it suggests that wisdom lies in acknowledging the limitless, in understanding that what we perceive as reality is just a fraction of the vast expanse of possibilities. This perspective encourages us to open our minds to the infinite, to embrace a sense of wonder and curiosity about the universe, and to find freedom in the knowledge that existence is far more expansive than what is immediately before us. Through this, Lao Tzu teaches that the essence of wisdom is not just in seeing what is, but in envisioning what could be, in a universe without limits. Time is a created thing. To say "I don't have time" is like saying, "I don't want to." In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, the phrase "time is a created thing" reveals the human capacity to construct and perceive time beyond its physical bounds, underscoring our role in shaping our reality. This notion invites us to reflect on our priorities and the essence of our commitments. When one utters, "I don't have time," it often mirrors a deeper choice, an implicit declaration of values, suggesting that what we allocate our time to is ultimately where our desires and intentions lie. It's akin to saying, "I don't want to," highlighting the selective nature of our engagements and the power we wield in choosing our pursuits. This perspective encourages a mindful awareness of how we craft our lives, urging us to take ownership of our time and to align our actions with our true aspirations. It serves as a profound reminder that our relationship with time is a reflection of our innermost priorities and a testament to our autonomy in the narrative of our existence. The key to growth is the introduction of higher dimensions of consciousness into our awareness. In the profound teachings of Lao Tzu, we are guided to understand that the key to growth is the introduction of higher dimensions of consciousness into our awareness. This wisdom elucidates that personal development and enlightenment are not merely about acquiring new information or skills, but about elevating our consciousness to perceive and interact with the world in more profound and nuanced ways. The key to growth symbolizes the essential method through which we evolve, by expanding our awareness beyond the mundane and superficial, reaching into realms of higher understanding and insight. The introduction of higher dimensions of consciousness signifies the deliberate cultivation of deeper levels of awareness, intuition, and empathy, enabling us to see beyond the immediate and apparent. This process involves an inner journey that transcends the ego, inviting us to experience the interconnectedness of all life and the universe. Through this elevation of consciousness, we unlock our full potential, fostering a life of harmony, wisdom, and deep, fulfilling growth. The words of truth are always paradoxical. In the profound essence of Tao, Lao Tzu teaches us, the words of truth are always paradoxical, a statement that delves deep into the nature of reality and wisdom. This paradox reflects the intricate balance of the universe, where opposites coexist and define each other, light and dark, growth and decay, movement and stillness. Truth, in its purest form, transcends the simplicity of binary thinking, embracing the complexity of life's experiences. It suggests that the deepest insights often come from understanding and accepting contradictions, not in choosing one side over another. True wisdom lies in recognizing that reality is not always linear or logical. It is rich with anomalies and exceptions. By acknowledging the paradoxical nature of truth, we open ourselves to a fuller, more nuanced understanding of the world around us. This acceptance encourages a flexible mindset, capable of embracing life's multifaceted truths, leading to greater harmony and enlightenment. Knowing others is wisdom. Knowing yourself is enlightenment. In the essence of Tao, Lao Tzu teaches, knowing others is wisdom. Knowing yourself is enlightenment. This profound statement unfolds in two layers of understanding. Firstly, knowing others is wisdom speaks to the value of empathy, observation, and the ability to navigate the complex web of human relationships. It denotes an external journey of understanding the world and its myriad inhabitants, a path that cultivates discernment and social harmony. However, the deeper voyage lies within, for knowing yourself is enlightenment. This internal exploration transcends mere self-awareness. It is the ultimate journey of connecting with the core of one's being, uncovering the truths that lie beneath the surface of the ego. This self-knowledge illuminates the nature of existence, leading to a state of enlightenment where one is in harmony with the Tao, the universal flow. Here, Lao Tzu delineates the path from worldly wisdom to transcendental insight, emphasizing that true enlightenment begins with the profound and often challenging journey of knowing oneself. If you try to change it, you will ruin it. Try to hold it, and you will lose it. In the flowing wisdom of Tao, the saying, if you try to change it, you will ruin it. Try to hold it, and you will lose it, teaches us about the delicate balance of life and the virtue of non-interference. The first part, if you try to change it, you will ruin it, suggests that forcing change upon something or someone often leads to harm or destruction, rather than improvement. It speaks to the Taoist principle of Wu Wei, or non-action, which advocates for natural growth and evolution without imposing our will. The second part, try to hold it, and you will lose it, echoes the transient nature of existence, emphasizing that attempting to grasp and control life's impermanent aspects only leads to their slipping away. Together, these phrases encourage a harmonious relationship with the world, advocating for a path of ease, acceptance, and letting things follow their natural course, thus preserving their true essence and beauty. If you want to know me, look inside your heart. Lao Tzu, with his deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings, might say, if you want to know me, look inside your heart, to express a profound truth about human connection and the essence of understanding one another. This statement underscores the belief that to truly comprehend someone, one must delve into the depths of their own inner being, where empathy and connectedness reside. The me in this context represents anyone or anything we seek to understand on a profound level. It suggests that the key to understanding others lies not in external observation or analysis, but in introspection and the recognition of our shared humanity. The heart, symbolizing the center of emotions and intuition, is where we find the capacity to connect with others beyond the superficial. By looking within, we tap into the universal truths and emotions that bind us, realizing that the essence of understanding and connection to another's soul starts with understanding our own. This wisdom invites us to explore the depths of our own hearts as the pathway to truly knowing and connecting with others, highlighting the mirror of introspection as a tool for deeper comprehension and empathy.
Simplicity, patience, compassion. These three are your greatest treasures. Simple in actions and thoughts, you return to the source of being. Patient with both friends and enemies, you accord with the way things are. Compassionate toward yourself, you reconcile all beings in the world. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, Lao Tzu highlights simplicity, patience, compassion as the pillars of a harmonious existence. Simplicity urges us to strip away the unnecessary, focusing on the essence of being, thereby living with clarity and peace. It's about aligning our actions and thoughts with our true nature, reducing life's complexities to their purest form. Patience, both with friends and foes, teaches us to accept the unfolding of life with equanimity, recognizing that everything occurs in its own time. This acceptance aligns us with the Tao, the natural order of the universe, fostering a deep sense of peace. Compassion towards oneself extends outward, enabling a reconciliation with the world. By cultivating self-compassion, we heal not only ourselves but foster a kinder, more understanding world. These treasures, when embraced, guide us back to our authentic selves and through us, harmonize the world around us, embodying the profound wisdom of Lao Tzu. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Lao Tzu teaches us that understanding others reflects intelligence, a capacity to navigate the external world with acuity. Yet true wisdom emerges from a deep introspective journey into the self, uncovering the layers of our being and understanding our essence. This wisdom transcends mere knowledge, guiding us towards inner peace and enlightenment. Similarly, exerting influence or control over others may display strength, a form of external power. However, true power is found in self-mastery, the ability to control one's actions, emotions, and desires. This internal dominion is the highest form of strength, for it is the foundation of a balanced and harmonious life. Thus, Lao Tzu illuminates the path to wisdom and power, not through dominion over others, but through understanding and mastering oneself. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, finding peace in one's own essence without the need for external validation is the pinnacle of self-realization. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you, speaks to the liberation that comes from embracing one's true nature. The act of comparison and competition entangles us in a never-ending cycle of dissatisfaction, always looking outward to gauge our worth. However, when we release ourselves from these chains, we stand in our power, authentic and unswayed by the opinions and achievements of others. This authenticity resonates deeply with those around us, compelling respect not for what we achieve, but for the grace of being wholly ourselves. Such contentment and self-assurance are magnetic, drawing others to recognize and honor our inherent value. In this, Lao Tzu teaches us that respect is a natural consequence of self-contentment and authenticity, not something to be forcefully sought through external accomplishments or comparisons. The truth is not always beautiful, nor beautiful words the truth. In the profound simplicity of Taoist wisdom, the saying, "The truth is not always beautiful, nor beautiful words the truth," serves as a beacon of discernment. This aphorism reveals the complex nature of truth, which, unlike the allure of eloquently crafted phrases, does not cater to our aesthetic desires or comfort. Truth, in its essence, transcends the realm of beauty and ugliness. It exists as an unvarnished reality that demands acknowledgement regardless of its appeal. Conversely, beautiful words, while pleasing to the ear and heart, may not always convey the authenticity of our existence or the universe. Lao Tzu teaches us to seek beyond the surface, to value the essence over the appearance. This wisdom encourages us to embrace the truth for its inherent worth, cultivating a discerning spirit that recognizes the difference between mere eloquence and genuine insight. Thus, in the pursuit of understanding, we are guided to look past the facade, finding truth not in its adornment, but in its purity. A man with outward courage dares to die. A man with inner courage dares to live. In the depths of wisdom, Lao Tzu might convey that a man with outward courage dares to die, a man with inner courage dares to live, to illuminate the profound distinction between the valor seen in facing mortality and the more subtle yet profound bravery required to face life's myriad challenges. Outward courage, the kind that faces physical dangers, is often celebrated and visible. It's the courage of warriors and heroes who confront the specter of death for a cause, an ideal, or in defense of others. However, inner courage, as Lao Tzu suggests, is the rarer and deeper strength. It's the courage to confront our own fears, doubts, and insecurities, to embrace vulnerability, to persevere through hardship, and to continue finding meaning and joy in the complexity of existence. This inner courage asks us to face the uncertainties of life, to remain open-hearted in the face of suffering, and to choose life with all its vicissitudes each day anew. It's a call to live deeply, authentically, and with purpose, recognizing that the greatest bravery lies in the continuous choice to embrace life's journey. The flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long. Lao Tzu's insight, the flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long, offers a meditation on the nature of intensity and sustainability. This metaphorical wisdom suggests that living with excessive zeal or pushing beyond natural limits can lead to a swift depletion of one's resources, be they physical, emotional, or spiritual. It speaks to the balance required in life's pursuits, cautioning against the allure of immediate brilliance that sacrifices longevity. The flame represents our energy, passion, and drive. Burning twice as bright signifies moments of extraordinary effort or fervor. However, such intensity is often unsustainable, leading to burnout. Lao Tzu encourages a harmonious approach, advocating for moderation and the wisdom of pacing oneself. In embracing this balance, we find a path to enduring fulfillment, allowing our light to shine steadily over time, rather than seeking the fleeting glory of a momentary blaze. If you understand others, you are smart. If you understand yourself, you are illuminated. If you overcome others, you are powerful. And if you overcome yourself, you have strength. If you know how to be satisfied, you are rich. If you can act with vigor, you have a will. If you don't lose your objectives, you can be long-lasting. If you die without loss, you are eternal. Lao Tzu's wisdom illuminates the path to true enlightenment and mastery, transcending mere intellect and physical prowess. Understanding others reflects intelligence, a capacity to navigate the external world. However, understanding oneself signifies illumination, a deeper awareness of one's inner universe, marking the essence of true wisdom. Overcoming others may show power, yet true strength lies in conquering oneself, overcoming inner demons and weaknesses. To know satisfaction is to possess wealth beyond material riches, finding contentment within. Vigorous action indicates a strong will, the drive to manifest one's intentions. Maintaining focus on your objectives ensures longevity in your endeavors, embodying resilience and persistence. Lastly, to die without loss is to achieve a state of non-attachment where the soul transcends the physical, achieving eternal peace. This passage teaches us that the greatest achievements are not those that conquer the world, but those that elevate and liberate the self. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. Of a good leader who talks little, when his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, "We did this ourselves." Lao Tzu's wisdom on leadership reveals a profound understanding of human nature and the essence of true guidance. A leader is best when people barely know he exists suggests that the most effective leaders don't seek the spotlight, but rather foster an environment where their presence is subtly felt, guiding without imposing. This leader, who talks little, emphasizes the power of action over words, instilling confidence and autonomy within his team. The ultimate testament to such leadership is when his work is done, his aim fulfilled, and the people proclaim, "We did this ourselves." This outcome reveals a leader who has skillfully empowered his followers, imbuing them with a sense of ownership and accomplishment. Such leadership doesn't just achieve goals, but nurtures a collective strength and self-reliance, leaving a lasting impact that transcends the leader's direct involvement. It's a reminder that true leadership is about elevating others, crafting a legacy of empowerment and self-achievement. If you try to change it, you will ruin it. Try to hold it, and you will lose it. In the essence of Taoist philosophy, the saying, "If you try to change it, you will ruin it. Try to hold it, and you will lose it," speaks to the natural flow of life and the futility of force. This wisdom teaches us that the more we attempt to control or alter the intrinsic nature of things, the more we disrupt their harmony, leading to deterioration rather than improvement. Similarly, the act of clinging too tightly to people, outcomes, or possessions paradoxically ensures their escape from our grasp. This is a counsel for embracing a state of non-interference and allowing things to evolve according to their own nature. It underscores the virtue of Wu Wei, or effortless action, which advocates for acting in alignment with the flow of life, not against it. By understanding and applying this principle, we learn to navigate existence with grace, accepting the unfolding of life with serenity and detachment, thereby preserving the beauty and integrity of the natural world and our place within it. Stop thinking and end your problems. What difference between yes and no? What difference between success and failure? Must you value what others value? Avoid what others avoid? How ridiculous! Other people are excited as though they were at a parade. I alone don't care. I alone am expressionless, like an infant before it can smile. Other people have what they need. I alone possess nothing. I alone drift about, like someone without a home. I am like an idiot. My mind is so empty. Other people are bright. I alone am dark. Other people are sharp. I alone am dull. Other people have purpose. I alone don't know. I drift like a wave on the ocean. I blow as aimless as the wind. I am different from ordinary people. I drink from the Great Mother's breasts. Lao Tzu, in his profound reflection, invites us to embrace simplicity and the fundamental essence of being. Stop thinking and end your problems suggests that overthinking often leads to unnecessary complications and suffering. The distinctions we make between yes and no, success and failure, are constructs of societal values and expectations, which may not truly matter in the grand scheme of life. Lao Tzu questions the wisdom of blindly following these constructs, advocating for a return to what is natural and essential. His expression of feeling out of step with the excitement of others, like an infant before it can smile, or as one who possesses nothing and drifts like someone without a home, underscores a profound detachment from materialism and societal norms. This detachment is not born of ignorance, but of a deep understanding of the transient nature of existence and the futility of worldly pursuits. By claiming, "I am like an idiot, my mind is so empty," Lao Tzu highlights the virtue of emptiness in Taoist philosophy, where an empty mind is receptive and open to the totality of life, unburdened by prejudices and preconceptions. His comparison to being dark, dull, and without a clear purpose contrasts sharply with societal accolades for brightness, sharpness, and ambition, advocating instead for a state of natural being, unforced and unperturbed by external pressures. In declaring, "I am different from ordinary people, I drink from the Great Mother's breasts," Lao Tzu aligns himself with the Tao, the fundamental source of all existence, symbolized as the Great Mother. This metaphor signifies a direct, nourishing connection to the source of life, untouched by the artificial constructs of society. Lao Tzu's words encourage us to find contentment and peace in our inherent connection to the Tao, suggesting that true wisdom and fulfillment lie in simplicity, in being in harmony with the natural world, and in recognizing our unity with the Tao. The wise man is one who knows what he does not know. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, the saying, "The wise man is one who knows what he does not know," speaks to the virtue of humility and the endless pursuit of knowledge. It signifies that true wisdom lies not in amassing information, but in recognizing the vast expanse of one's ignorance. This acknowledgement is not a sign of weakness, but a profound strength. It opens the door to genuine inquiry, growth, and enlightenment. Such a man, aware of his limitations, is perpetually open to learning and thus remains adaptable, flexible, and eternally youthful in the realm of wisdom. This principle champions the idea that the journey of understanding is infinite, and the more we discover, the more we realize the extent of what remains unknown. Hence, the wisest among us are those who embrace the humility of their own unknowing, seeing it as an opportunity for continuous evolution and deeper connection with the Tao. Give evil nothing to oppose, and it will disappear by itself. In the profound wisdom of Tao, Lao Tzu teaches, give evil nothing to oppose, and it will disappear by itself, highlighting the transformative power of non-contention. This principle suggests that Vavo, when met not with resistance but with the void of opposition, loses its momentum and eventually dissipates. It's akin to extinguishing a fire by removing its fuel. By not engaging directly with malice or negativity, we starve it of the attention and energy it needs to thrive. This philosophy does not advocate for passivity in the face of wrongdoing, but encourages a strategic withdrawal of the conflict that evil requires to sustain itself. It's a call to cultivate inner peace and strength, understanding that the true nature of evil is transient. By embodying tranquility and detachment, we allow the natural course of harmony to restore balance. This wisdom teaches us that the most potent response to darkness is not a direct confrontation, but the luminous presence of our serene and undisturbed spirit. To understand the limitation of things, desire them. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, the phrase, to understand the limitation of things, desire them, unveils a profound truth about human nature in the pursuit of fulfillment. Lao Tzu suggests that by yearning for things, we naturally encounter their inherent limitations, not just in their capacity to satisfy, but also in their transient nature. This desire leads us to experience firsthand the bounds of material and worldly pursuits, teaching us that true contentment lies beyond the ephemeral. It is through this longing and the inevitable confrontation with the finite nature of our desires that we gain insight into the ultimate insufficiency of external acquisitions to bring lasting peace and happiness. Thus, by engaging with our desires, we are guided towards a deeper understanding of sufficiency, simplicity, and the value of cherishing the essence of being over the accumulation of having. This teaching encourages a shift from external seeking to internal reflection, urging us towards spiritual enlightenment and the realization that true fulfillment is found within, transcending the limitations of worldly desires. If you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to. If you are not afraid of dying, there is nothing you cannot achieve. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, the phrase, if you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to. If you are not afraid of dying, there is nothing you cannot achieve, imparts profound truths about acceptance and fearlessness. Recognizing the impermanence of existence frees us from the bondage of attachment, illuminating that clinging to the transient only breeds suffering. This realization fosters a liberating detachment, allowing us to live fully in the flow of life, unencumbered by the fear of loss. Similarly, confronting the ultimate fear of death, unleashes unparalleled potential. It's not about recklessness, but about understanding that life's transience is what gives it value. When we are not shackled by the dread of endings, we approach our aspirations with a boldness that can surmount any obstacle. Thus, embracing change and acknowledging our mortality cultivates a profound courage to pursue even the loftiest of dreams. For in the acceptance of life's fleeting nature lies the key to boundless achievement. All streams flow to the sea because it is lower than they are. Humility gives it its power. If you want to govern the people, you must place yourself below them. If you want to lead the people, you must learn how to follow them. In the wisdom of Lao Tzu, The flow of nature elucidates profound truths about power and leadership. All streams flow to the sea because it is lower than they are. Humility gives it its power. This teaches us that the sea, by being lower, becomes the gathering place of all waters, illustrating that true strength lies in humility and receptiveness. This principle extends to governance and leadership. If you want to govern the people, you must place yourself below them. If you want to lead the people, you must learn how to follow them. Here, Lao Tzu highlights that effective leadership doesn't tower above, imposing its will. Instead, it positions itself beneath, in service, and in listening to the needs and wisdom of the people. Such a leader gains genuine respect and authority not by demanding it, but by earning it through understanding, empathy, and humility, guiding by example and letting the natural flow of collective wisdom lead the way. This is the essence of true leadership, one that nurtures, supports, and elevates others, recognizing that the greatest leaders are those who serve. The further one goes, the less one knows. In the tapestry of Taoist wisdom, the saying, "the further one goes, the less one knows," reflects the paradox of seeking knowledge. Lao Tzu teaches us that the pursuit of understanding, when external and expansive, often leads us away from the profound simplicity and truth at the core of existence. This journey outward in search of answers can paradoxically distance us from the innate wisdom within, suggesting that true enlightenment comes from a place of humility and inner reflection, rather than accumulation of external facts. It serves as a reminder that the essence of wisdom lies not in the quantity of knowledge acquired, but in the depth of understanding and the simplicity with which we view the world. As we delve deeper into the complexities of life, we are encouraged to embrace the simplicity of not knowing, finding peace in the mystery and recognizing that the true depth of wisdom is in acknowledging the limits of our knowledge. Love. Embracing Tao, you become embraced. Supple, breathing gently, you become reborn. Clearing your vision, you become clear. Nurturing your beloved, you become impartial. Opening your heart, you become accepted. Accepting the world, you embrace Tao. Bearing and nurturing. Creating but not owning. Giving without demanding. Controlling without authority. This is love. In the essence of Tao, love is the ultimate expression of harmony with the universe. By embracing Tao, or the way, one becomes embraced by the infinite compassion and balance of existence. To be supple and breathe gently signifies a state of being that is open to change and renewal, leading to rebirth. Clearing one's vision to become clear reflects the process of shedding biases and seeing the world with clarity and understanding. Nurturing your beloved without expectation allows you to embody impartiality, fostering unconditional love. Opening your heart to others and accepting the world invites acceptance and unity with Tao, symbolizing a profound connection with all that is. This passage elucidates the Taoist philosophy of love as an action without possession, control, or expectation. Love, in its truest form, involves supporting and nurturing without claiming ownership, giving freely without seeking return, and guiding without imposing authority. It teaches us to engage with the world and others in a manner that is selfless and in harmony with the natural order. In doing so, we embody the virtues of Tao, creating, nurturing, and loving all things without the need for recognition or reciprocation. This, Lao Tzu suggests, is the purest form of love, a reflection of the universal Tao in our actions and interactions. When people see some things as beautiful, other things become ugly. When people see some things as good, other things become bad. Lao Tzu's wisdom in the phrase, "When people see some things as beautiful, other things become ugly. When people see some things as good, other things become bad," delves into the duality of human perception. This teaching underscores the subjective nature of our judgments and how the act of valuing one aspect necessitates the devaluation of another. By labeling something as beautiful, we inherently define what is not beautiful by contrast, creating divisions and distinctions that did not exist before our judgment. Similarly, deeming something as good sets a standard that renders other things bad in comparison. This insight reveals the relative nature of our evaluations, encouraging a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness and balance in all things. Lao Tzu invites us to look beyond binary opposites and to see the world in its entirety, recognizing that these distinctions are often constructions of our minds rather than absolute truths. In doing so, we may find harmony and balance, appreciating the world without the need for comparison and judgment. Close your mouth, block off your senses, blunt your sharpness, untie your knots, soften your glare, settle your dust. This is the primal identity. In this profound directive, Lao Tzu invites us to return to our essence, our primal identity, by shedding the externalities that distract and distance us from our true selves. Close your mouth suggests a movement toward silence, encouraging introspection over outward expression. Block off your senses calls for a detachment from the overwhelming stimuli of the external world, allowing for inner peace. Blunt your sharpness means to temper our aggressiveness and competitive edge, promoting harmony. Untie your knots refers to resolving inner conflicts and complexities, seeking simplicity. Soften your glare advises us to approach life with gentleness instead of intensity. Settle your dust is about calming the turmoil within, allowing our true nature to emerge clear and undisturbed. Together, these practices guide us to a state of serenity and self-awareness, where we can reconnect with the core of our being, uncluttered by the chaos of life. This state of purity and simplicity is what Lao Tzu defines as our primal identity, a place of deep connection and universal truth. When there is no desire, all things are at peace. In the depth of Taoist wisdom, the phrase, "when there is no desire, all things are at peace," illuminates the profound truth that the root of turmoil lies in our desires. Desire, in its myriad forms, propels us into a state of constant seeking, an endless pursuit of externalities that we believe will bring fulfillment. However, this pursuit often leads to imbalance, as it takes us away from the harmony of our natural state. Lao Tzu teaches that by releasing these desires, by ceasing to cling to the idea of how things should be, we return to a state of peace. This peace is not mere absence of conflict. It is a profound harmony with the way of the universe, a deep acceptance of the present moment and everything it encompasses. It suggests that true contentment and tranquility arise not from fulfilling our desires, but from understanding and embracing the natural flow of life, where all things are interconnected and in balance. This wisdom guides us towards a life of simplicity, contentment, and peace, encouraging us to look within rather than without for true fulfillment. Trying to understand is like straining through muddy water. Have the patience to wait. Be still and allow the mud to settle. Lao Tzu teaches us that the quest for understanding can sometimes lead us into a state of confusion, much like straining through muddy water. In our eagerness to find answers, our mental turmoil can cloud our clarity, making the truth seem elusive. He advises us to embrace patience, a virtue often overlooked in our fast-paced world. Have the patience to wait. Be still and allow the mud to settle is a metaphor for allowing time and stillness to clear our minds. Just as muddy water becomes clear when left undisturbed, so too will the answers we seek emerge from the quietude of our patience. This wisdom encourages us to step back from our relentless pursuit of immediate understanding and to trust in the natural unfolding of insight. In doing so, we align with the Taoist principle of Wu Wei, acting through non-action, and discover that clarity arises not through forceful effort, but through the serene acceptance of life's flow. He who conquers others is strong. He who conquers himself is mighty. In the essence of Taoist wisdom, the phrase, "he who conquers others is strong, he who conquers himself is mighty," reveals the profound distinction between external power and internal strength. Conquering others demonstrates physical or situational strength, a fleeting dominance reliant on external circumstances. This form of strength is temporary, as it depends on the presence of something weaker to overcome. However, the act of conquering oneself signifies a deeper, more enduring might. It involves mastering one's impulses, desires, and fears, achieving a level of self-discipline and inner peace that is unshakable by external forces. This internal victory denotes a supreme form of power, for it is far more challenging to overcome one's own shadows and limitations than to exert control over others. Such self-conquest leads to true might, as it reflects an inner harmony and resilience that transcends the fluctuations of the external world. In this light, Lao Tzu teaches us that the ultimate measure of strength lies not in dominance over others, but in the mastery of oneself. Love is a decision, not an emotion. In the profound wisdom that flows through the Tao, the saying, "Love is a decision or not an emotion," resonates with the understanding that love transcends the fleeting nature of feelings. This perspective illuminates love as a deliberate choice, a committed action beyond the spontaneous stirrings of the heart. Emotions, like the changing winds, come and go, but the decision to love, akin to the steady course of a river, endures through the seasons of life. It suggests that true love is an act of will, a continuous commitment to cherish, respect, and uphold another, even when the initial blaze of emotion may wane. This concept teaches us the power of love as a foundational choice, grounding relationships in the fertile soil of conscious commitment rather than the shifting sands of momentary feeling. Through this wisdom, we are guided to view love not as a passive state to be fallen into, but as an active journey of growth, understanding, and unwavering choice. A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent upon arriving. A good artist lets his intuition lead him wherever it wants. A good scientist has freed himself of concepts and keeps his mind open to what is. Lao Tzu's wisdom speaks to the art of living freely, unburdened by rigid expectations and the illusion of control. A good traveler, unattached to fixed plans or destinations, embodies flexibility and openness, finding richness in the journey itself rather than the arrival. This traveler trusts the path to reveal its own destinations, embracing the unexpected. Similarly, a good artist relinquishes the need for predetermined outcomes, allowing intuition to guide creativity. This surrender to the spontaneous flow of inspiration uncovers the true essence of artistry. A good scientist, too, transcends the confines of preconceived concepts, maintaining an open mind. This openness is crucial for true discovery, as it allows the scientist to observe the world as it is, not as it is presumed to be. In essence, Lao Tzu teaches us that liberation from our attachments to outcomes, ideas, and methods frees us to experience the depth of the journey, the authenticity of creation, and the thrill of discovery, respectively. Thus, the Master is available to all people and doesn't reject anyone. He is ready to use all situations and doesn't waste anything. This is called embodying the light. In the wisdom of Tao, the Master's way teaches us a profound lesson on acceptance and utility. Thus, the Master is available to all people and doesn't reject anyone, illuminates the virtue of universal acceptance, embodying an openness of heart and mind that embraces all without judgment. This inclusivity reflects a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings, recognizing that every individual, regardless of their path, has intrinsic value and a role within the cosmic tapestry. He is ready to use all situations and doesn't waste anything, further demonstrates the Master's skillful adaptation, finding value and opportunity in every circumstance. This signifies a harmonious alignment with the flow of life, where nothing is seen as superfluous or unworthy, but as essential parts of the whole. This is called embodying the light, encapsulates the essence of living with wisdom, compassion, and resourcefulness. To embody the light is to live in a way that illuminates the path for others, showcasing how to navigate life's complexities with grace and to transform challenges into stepping stones towards enlightenment. What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a bad man but a good man's job? If you don't understand this, you will get lost, however intelligent you are. It is the great secret. Lao Tzu's wisdom illuminates the interconnectedness of all beings, suggesting that within the duality of good and bad lies profound lessons and responsibilities. What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? Suggests that those who embody virtue and wisdom have an inherent role to play in guiding those who stray from such paths. It is not through condemnation, but through guidance that transformation is possible. Conversely, what is a bad man but a good man's job? Reflects the idea that the presence of wrongdoing is not merely a societal blight, but a call to action for the virtuous, an opportunity to enact goodness and foster change. This teaching underscores the essence of mutual dependency. Understanding this dynamic is crucial for navigating life's moral complexities. Without this comprehension, one may become lost in the superficial distinctions between good and bad, missing the underlying unity that binds all existence. This, Lao Tzu posits, is the great secret, recognizing and embracing our roles in the perpetual dance of teaching, learning, and evolving, regardless of our intelligence or status. Success is as dangerous as failure. Hope is as hollow as fear. Lao Tzu, in his profound wisdom, teaches that success is as dangerous as failure. Hope is as hollow as fear, guiding us to understand the delicate balance of life's dualities. Success, much like failure, carries its own peril. It can lead to pride and complacency, distancing us from the humility and continuous effort required to maintain harmony. Similarly, hope and fear are two sides of the same coin, both rooted in a future that is not yet unfolded. Excessive hope can blind us to the realities of the present, just as fear can paralyze us from taking action. Lao Tzu encourages us to find equilibrium, to live in the present moment without being overly attached to the outcomes of success or the pitfalls of failure, and to approach life with a balanced perspective, where hope and fear do not dictate our actions, but instead, we move with the flow of the Tao, embracing the journey with equanimity and mindfulness. Hope and fear are both phantoms that arise from thinking of the self. When we don't see the self as self, what do we have to fear? Lao Tzu might say, hope and fear, those twins of the mind, arise when we are entangled in the notion of self. They are but phantoms, products of our attachment to personal outcomes and ego. The essence of this teaching lies in transcending the limited view of oneself as a separate entity. When we dissolve the boundaries of the self, recognizing our interconnectedness with the universe, hope and fear lose their grip on us. Without the self as a reference point, fear has no foundation, for there is nothing to lose or protect. This wisdom guides us to a state of being where we live in harmony with the flow of life, free from the dualities that disturb our peace. It invites us to witness existence from a place of detachment where hope and fear cannot sway us, revealing a path to true freedom and fearlessness. True words aren't eloquent. Eloquent words aren't true. Wise men don't need to prove their point. Men who need to prove their point aren't wise. Lao Tzu teaches that authenticity transcends the need for embellishment. True words aren't eloquent. Eloquent words aren't true. Reflects the principle that truth often lies in simplicity, unadorned by the flourish of rhetoric. Truth doesn't require decoration to resonate with the essence of what is real. Conversely, eloquence, while pleasing to the ear, may distort or mask the underlying truth, suggesting that profound truths are best conveyed in their most unvarnished form. Furthermore, wise men don't need to prove their point. Men who need to prove their point aren't wise, speaks to the confidence of wisdom in its own merit. True wisdom is self-evident and does not seek validation through argument or persuasion. The need to prove oneself often stems from insecurity or ego, rather than genuine understanding. Through this, Lao Tzu invites us to value the substance over the superficial and to recognize that the essence of wisdom and truth requires no external validation to affirm its value. The master has no possessions. The more he does for others, the happier he is. The more he gives to others, the wealthier he is. Lao Tzu teaches that authenticity transcends the need for embellishment. True words aren't eloquent. Eloquent words aren't true. Reflects the principle that truth often lies in simplicity, unadorned by the flourish of rhetoric. Truth doesn't require decoration to resonate with the essence of what is real. Conversely, eloquence, while pleasing to the ear, may distort or mask the underlying truth, suggesting that profound truths are best conveyed in their most unvarnished form. Furthermore, wise men don't need to prove their point. Men who need to prove their point aren't wise, speaks to the confidence of wisdom in its own merit. True wisdom is self-evident and does not seek validation through argument or persuasion. The need to prove oneself often stems from insecurity or ego, rather than genuine understanding. Through this, Lao Tzu invites us to value the substance over the superficial and to recognize that the essence of wisdom and truth requires no external validation to affirm its value. Countless words count less than the silent balance between yin and yang. In the tapestry of existence, Lao Tzu teaches that countless words count less than the silent balance between yin and yang, a profound reminder of the ineffable power of harmony and equilibrium. This wisdom transcends the realm of spoken language, suggesting that the essence of true understanding and the universe's balance lies beyond the confines of verbal expression. Yin and yang represent the dual forces of nature, complementary yet opposing, whose balance is essential for the natural order and inner peace. Their silent harmony speaks to the heart of existence, teaching that actions and being in balance convey truths deeper than a multitude of words can express. In essence, this teaches us to seek harmony in our lives, recognizing that the deepest truths are often felt and lived rather than articulated, embodying the serene balance that governs all.